Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pad. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the pad. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne, it is Ish. The king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth, yours truly, the notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker and the Brazilian Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC. And Fixes Binds Rio de Janeiro, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies in Brazil love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Was just phenomenal.
Also, the man with no trabajo on vacation, the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one. Where's my anointed one at? It's not here.
Acknowledge me.
I'm also the man, the founder father of the After Pill, the Morpheus of the Matey Matrix, the Chocolate of Confucius, the Black Moses, the Deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I didn't forget the junior college by Brazil sociologist. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, Seek God Allah, NIB. The 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up today. Today, we got an unhinged woman saying that American women need to make American men their little bitches. All right. Yes, indeed. That's what's the evil. Yes.
It's an evil world we live in.
And the woman that is we're going to react to the woman's video. She is known as the woman in Germany that I guess she's a passport sister. She's a follower of the Coach Gang, and I'm going to call her Surya Brooks. I believe that's what she goes by. She put this video out, I think, yesterday, and it's been getting some traction. And she a crazy kook, not Surya, but the woman is crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But she is now going feral on TikTok, and we're going to show you a video of what we've been talking about and the dynamics between men and women, and especially the black man and the black woman, but certainly the Western man and the Western woman, with this idea that men are just providers, but it goes beyond that. And she takes it a step further, which puts it in the level of disrespect. We often talk about, yeah, you know, women don't have money. They don't want to pay. They don't want to invest. If they like you, they invest in the relationship. And then we also talk about men's job as the protector provider, aka the pet wallet, and also the idea of how we juxtapose that to having leverage and options. All right. And there's quite a confusion among some many men, and some simp ass ninjas will be in the comment section being quite confused. But coach, you said get leverage, be a protector provider. You said, coach, pay 100% so you can have leverage. But this takes it a step further into a entitlement, into a disrespect that we've never quite seen before. So we're going to show you that, bring you as the main event topic today. Also, to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo. Do not use Venmo, but that is Coach Greg Adams TV, and I'll read them when I get back to Las Vegas, the Desert Storm. And PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can still super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat. Oh, it's not there. New world order. It's not at the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Let me see how far back it is. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, I could still get it. All right, let me pin it. I barely got it. All right, so it is on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Shout out to everybody, man. Happy New Year's Eve for everybody still in the United States. For us in Brazil, it is still New Year's Eve, although there's going to be a fantastic celebration tonight. And people in Australia, I believe they're counting down here. As far as I last remember, they're counting down. They're in 2025. They should be in 2025 at this particular point. So we'll reach that. And there's going to be a great celebration in Copacabana that I should be going to unless I fall asleep. I typically fall asleep, but this is supposedly a can't miss celebration. So I'm going to try to go hang out with the brothers down there, down in Copacabana, Skylar, and all of the brothers down there. I'm going to try to make it. They say you can't miss it. So happy New Year's Eve to everybody, man. And we are getting into 2025, man. If you have not shifted your mindset going into 2025, you're in for a reality check. Today's show, it could be a long show, so buckle your seatbelt. All right, I don't have anything to do but sleep. All right, after this show, so I'm gonna go take my ass to sleep after this, and then I'm gonna be ready to wake up. Japan, shout out to everybody. The Linglings are in Japan. They should be in 2025 right now, so I could go get me some future peace leave right now over with some Linglings. I wish I had me some sound effects there. But your mindset got to elevate, man. I'm going to tell you, we do have Sunshine Shoulders over in the Philippines. Speaking of Linglings, he's going to make an appearance on today's show. So it should be packed with some action-packed motivation and some wake-up calls, Mitch slapping. And ladies, we're going to get you involved in this as well. So buckle your seatbelts. Let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. And you guys are already been supporting. And thank you for the year, the wonderful year that you've given me. And hopefully I've returned that back in favor with some inspiration and motivation for you to make yourself better and live the free agent lifestyle. New world order. Because that's what it's about. And if you haven't seen the free agent lifestyle, I actually put a video up on Instagram of the foreign Luxos yacht party. All right, we was out there partying, having a party
in these streets.
If you haven't, you'll see this on YouTube Shorts. You'll see these things. It takes me a while. I've been trying to sleep and get to work here, but we was having a party. All right, we was having a hell of a party on the boat. All right, black folks ain't had that big of a party in a long time. But it was a great party. You will see some of the highlights. And for the people over on Locals, there will be a uncensored version of what went down that is too hot for YouTube, certainly too hot for the gram. And there will be an uncensored version uploaded over on Locals for our premium supporter over on Locals. And I'll do the same thing on Patreon. If you guys, sometimes you guys are separate groups. Some people are on both groups. I'll do the same thing for Patreon as well. I'll upload the uncensored version that I could not upload to YouTube, and I could not upload to Instagram. All right, but it got wild after a while. After that goddamn banana tequila went floating around. All right, it was crazy. But join us. Thank you, Leo K, Henry Resilient, for putting in the chat the link to those places if you want to see what happened after the tequila start going around. All right. So it started going crazy. All right. There's no pornography on there, but I'm just saying I could not update. I cannot show these things on YouTube. Yes. Yeah, but can't banana tequila. All right, let me stop and get back to these earlier contributors to the day show because you guys deserve to be acknowledged 100%. You guys make part of the show, so you guys make the show go on around here.
Acknowledge me.
Shout out to our brother Clarence is in the building. Clarence Troy says, Happy New Year's, coach. Can I get a free agent lifestyle for life? For some reason, I don't have that damn sound effect. All right. Some of these sound effects didn't make it on. We're over on here. Must have been tired one day uploading sound effects. I'm like, that's enough. But I'll give you this one.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right. But the free agent lifestyle for life. If you want to know, man, the free agent lifestyle is growing. Shout out to our brother, no government name. Next CGA clickbait video will be his long lost love child from Australia found him. And the woman wants back child support. All right. That would be absolutely crazy.
There's barbecue in there.
All right. And CGA haters, I bet CGA won't visit Australia to avoid running into his baby mama. And you'll get to see the little flatback. She probably an older flatback at this particular point. And he also says, can you explain why track cons and PUAs try to portray that their best way for young men, that they are the best way for young men? Or that way, their way is the best, all right, for young men.
Acknowledge me.
When, if that's the case, young men naturally do it without having older men persuade them. 2025 is the year of the after pill with CGA's yacht reveal. By the way, what yacht you planning on buying? Well, if it flies, floats, or fucks, always lease. And I'm going to live my life by that. All right, I'm going to live my life by that. And I was talking to a young brother yesterday about that. First of all, if it flies, floats, or fucks, always lease. Now, I didn't really take that advice all the way through all my entire life, but I should have. All right, I should have. And as they always say, the best 2 days of a boat owner is the day that they buy their boat and the day that they sell it. So I don't think I'm going to be in the market to buy a yacht. Is this your yacht? I don't think I'm going to be in the market to buy a yacht. All right. I don't know. I'll lease the hell out of a yacht, though. And as I say again, if it flies, floats, or fucks, always lease. That's lifelong advice. That is some advice that, and you were talking about PUA as well. You know what I mean? It's not natural for you to be constantly dealing with the idea of rejection being a goal. Right, to be able to be somewhat immune from rejection. In fact, there are some men that are kind of discombobulated as to amount of women that you've been rejected by. But you have to remember this: women reject almost every man that approaches them. So you're one. I don't think she remembers you. I don't think she remembers you. But inherently, the idea of overcoming that is quite unnatural. All right. And there's more natural pursuits that you should take, but often we try to pursue the most unnatural means of attaining women, and that is through what they try to sell you, right? They got to sell you something. It is what it is. All right. So anyway, shout out to you on that one. And he says, Bruce Banner says the free agent lifestyle turned my life around. I was out of shape, chasing skirt, and no stable income, living with my parents. Now I'm a gym rat with a career in IT and moving to the most affluent part of town. 2025 is going to be litty. Invest and believe in yourself, gentlemen. Salute, or as they say, saúde over here in Brazil, but you're in Sweden. Shout out to you and his free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to Bruce Banner. Congratulations. And I'm trying to set the pace of the free agent lifestyle, providing examples on how to live it over the last 8 years since the book has come out. It's about 8 years, 7 years. So you're following that path and you're moving on to the most affluent town. Is that Norrköping? Where is that at? What part of Sweden is the suburbs or the country? Congratulations for following the free agent lifestyle. Every day, is it safe to say that all women are playing a character? With the makeup and costumes and fake celebrations, which are their IG posts. I feel alone because I don't pull out my phone or need to scroll it in times of boredom. I find myself in places the only people not fidgeting. It seems weird now. Man, you will not believe. I'm going to tell you, social media is never going to die. Number one reason why: women. They know the ins and outs and the outs and ins of all of these apps, communication devices, WhatsApp. Anytime I have trouble finding something, I get a Gen Z person or a woman. They know how to get on all of this shit and load the way they type. And for the men, we would hope that that particular tool would be neutralized to give us a favorable advantage in communicating with women. But I'm going to tell you, man, the way they operate their phones, it is phenomenal to watch. And even with fingernails, these broads will get on that phone and they'll open up an app, tap, 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 and they'll be up there, have some shit uploaded. They shop on TikTok shop and Instagram shopping. These bitches be shopping. Okay. They can type a message. They get on their little screen and they be like, you be like, God damn. Right. They're hooked on them, which means in effect, you'll never get rid of these things in terms of you hoping that you're going to get an advantage. I mean, you would just have to have all men abandon them as opposed to think they're going away. But they are efficient. All right. They are very efficient in how they operate these devices. Wait a minute. I'm a boomer. I'm not even a boomer. I'm a Gen Xer. But when I get on my phone, I'll be looking like an old ass man. I'll be like, looking at my shit, squinting. They be like, send me your number. I'll be like, I just can't. I don't operate my phone very good for a social media influencer. All right. It's amazing what they can do. I think I'm doing pretty good, but they be like, send me the number. I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, young lady, let me see what we got here. So, let me see. Point this right here. Oh, I can't even see the screen, baby. Can you make that fucking font bigger? What is this? Let me tap right here. This the app. All right, I'm telling you, man. So they know it's a tool. Yep, it's the JUCO's tool to make money. And women make, they make a couple $100 off of this shit, man. This is their lifeline to communicate. They lose their phone, especially in a place like Brazil. This is their lifeline. Skylar was talking about this. He said in Brazil, their phone is their lifeline. They don't have iPads and computers. I was talking to a young lady on the boat, and she was like, oh, I don't have a computer. I don't have an iPad. I don't have, she don't have none of that shit. They don't have it. In America, we tend to have these devices, but their phone is their lifeline. So these things are never going away. So we have to understand that for the most part. But yeah, for men, we can survive without it. So like H every day says, he can survive without scrolling or fidgeting. You scroll, you put your phone down, you pick it back up 2 minutes later, not even. Right. And you're like, oh my goodness, you just figure out there's just too many apps. It's crazy. Okay. All right. Last one. Can you explain? Damn, that's 3 questions in a row. All right. So can you explain why blacks are obsessed with buying expensive things with logos all over it that people can see from outer space? Does that have anything to do with the show? But is it because women, they want attention or look rich to everyone, while other groups do the opposite? Yeah, that could be an entire topic. But we tend to do it as that movie that came out years ago on how to sell to the Negro. Part of it is wanting to be seen as having the ability to afford these things, although some of these things are knockoff items, and certainly some cultures would never wear some of that gaudy shit. But, there are Persians. You have Middle Easterns. Persians will keep up with ninjas. All right. So there are Persians and ninjas, and some crazy rich Asians be wearing some gaudy shit too. All right. Them Persian ninjas. Well, can I say Persian ninjas? Yeah. Selling to the Negro. But yeah, we just want to be seen as we have the ability to purchase these things. Although, I don't know what the good of having a $2,000 Louis Vuitton bucket hat with LV monochrome across the hat. I don't know who would wear something like that, but I seen a ninja on the airplane wearing one walking back to coach. And I was like, good Lord, who will wear that gaudy shit? All right, but you know, country ninjas will wear shit like that, especially people in the South. I was making sure that wasn't the hotel fire alarm. But ninjas, you know me, I don't wear logos. All right, that's one of the things I don't do. Certainly when I'm on broadcasting, I don't wear logos. So I tend to not want to advertise for other people. Every now and then you might catch me doing it, but I don't wear logos often in public. But I do carry bags that have certain things, Nike, Louis Vuitton, and certainly have to wear shoes that have logos on it. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. How to sell to the Negro. Study Cadillac, by the way. Cadillac, interesting enough. Their origins of the survival of their company is the Negro. All right. And I actually saw a great documentary related to that because Cadillac has often been associated with black folks. But when I found out why, it was because to save their company, they started marketing to the Negro back in the 30s or 40s or something like that. So it was interesting to realize that that's the connection between American blacks and Cadillac. All right, it's not just niggas just wanted a Cadillac, but it's actually amazing how the African American or the Negro saved Cadillac. All right, they were doomed, and then they started marketing to black folks. So interesting. Ninjas will save a company, but the companies will never acknowledge it. Cadillac's probably the only one, and Buick. All right, but everybody else will be like, "Oh, Negroes ain't bought none of our clothes." Anyway, enough about that. Okay, let's get into the show. It is Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, let's do it. We got a couple of videos here. Let's do it.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Okay, all right. I guess we can do a round of applause. I don't know what we'll do here. Let's do it. Bear with me. We'll be back on the studio next week. Okay. All right. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. This should be a good one. Anybody remember this basketball player? His name is Vernon Maxwell. Vernon Maxwell. They used to call him Mad Max back in the day. He was I think he had a couple of drug suspensions as well, but he was a kind of a thug, kind of rough around the edges NBA player back in the day. And he was also kind of a Jordan stopper. He was a player that was not afraid to play Michael Jordan. And anytime they would play Michael Jordan, they would put Mad Max on him. So Mad Max is still around. Shout out to him. This ninja is like a ninja. This is a ninja. Well, he's talking about another former NBA player that goes by Vincent Askew. And yes, Vernon Maxwell played most of his career well known with the Houston Rockets. But I guess there's an NBA player, former NBA player, Vincent Askew, that owes, apparently, according to Vernon Maxwell, $10,000. Well, Vernon Maxwell took to the internet and he wants to say what happens with his money. He wants to know what happened with his money here. Let's go ahead and remind you of what happened here.
Hey, I want to say one thing, like I always do. If nobody ain't told you they love you today, you know, Mad Max, I love you. If you follow Mad Max. Yeah, but one thing I want to say, I want all my NBA brothers, I want y'all to know one thing about this one nigga that's in our fraternity. This nigga, he a sucker ass nigga. He ain't shit. If this nigga call you and ask you for any type of money, this nigga is lying. He's talking about, oh, my nigga, I need your help, man. I'm going through this divorce and all this other dumb shit. Yeah, the nigga name is Vincent Askew. Do not give that nigga a fucking dime. That nigga is broke. He's talking about he just got out of divorce. And do not fuck with this broke ass nigga. This nigga owed me $10,000 and I want my money from you, bitch ass nigga. You broke ass nigga. So he in Memphis. So if he call any one of my NBA brothers, man, do not give that nigga a motherfucking dime. Let that nigga stay in Memphis broke like a roach on the motherfucking street. Yeah. Vincent Askew is the nigga I'm talking about. Do not give that nigga a motherfucking dime. That nigga owed me 10 racks. And I want my motherfucking money, nigga. Get your broke ass, nigga. Yeah, I had to come to this motherfucking platform, nigga, to let everybody know about your broke ass, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, Vincent Askew, nigga. I need my motherfucking bread, nigga. I'm gonna put this shit out on your bitch ass over here on this platform, nigga. Yeah, but like I said, do not fuck with this nigga Vincent Askew. Don't give that nigga a fucking dime. You hear me? Nigga owed me 10 racks. And I want my motherfucking money, nigga. Yeah. All right, my peoples. I just had to get that off my chest this morning. But remember, all my NBA brothers, man, this nigga's calling all of us. He already beat me out of 10,000. I don't know who else he done probably beat out of motherfucking money. So, Vincent Askew, fuck you, nigga. And keep that money, motherfucker. How about that? All right? Yeah. But fuck you, dude. NBA brothers, do not loan that nigga a fucking dime. He should have did right with his shit. Fuck him. Peace. Mad Max, I'm out. Fuck you, Vince. Send me my motherfucking money, nigga.
Wait, do you want the money or do you?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
He said don't. He said he don't want the money. He said keep the money. Now he said he want the money. Which one is it, my ninja?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
I don't know what do you want? Is Vernon Maxwell? I don't know. Do you want you gonna this is the type of shit that just got stabbed at the bar over pool table money. This ninja. Goodness. My God. Man, this ninja, man, I don't know what he wants. And he figured out how to make a post on Instagram or wherever you posted on this platform. He figured out how to post on the internet. And he came out and said, I want my money, nigga. Is these Memphis ninjas, these?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
You see Memphis ninjas saying they still like this. They're still like this. Apparently one of these ninjas is from Memphis. Oh, my goodness. He was nice about it, though, because he could have really went crazy. All right, but I can't determine, do you want the money or do you not? And then his whole lingo, he beat me out of 10K. What do you mean he beat it out of you? How did he beat you out of 10K? I guess he didn't give it back. He from Florida? He a Florida ninja. Okay, he a Florida ninja. One of them ninjas was from Memphis. Was it Vincent Askew? When was the last time you heard Vincent Askew being named as a basketball player? All right, I mean, I remember him slightly. I remember the name, but I mean, man, why you drag his business out here? He's going through a divorce. It's a tough time.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
All right, it's a tough time. He's going through a divorce. Do you understand, Mad Max? There's only so much he could do. He needs money. All right, anyway, that is some interesting. Goodness. Shout out to Mad Max. And if you don't know, for the youngins, he was not to be played with. Mad Max was, when the NBA was trying to clean up their image, Michael Jordan, you know, he had won a couple championships, so they were trying to be like Mike, like I could be like Mike. You know, the NBA was trying to go all, you know, and you had Mad Max. You had that one guy from the New York Knicks. He used to always fight Michael Jordan. Why can't I think of his name? All right, the point guard from the Knicks and literally the entire Knicks. Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing. All right, yeah, there was a whole bunch of ninjas on the Knicks. All right, but the little short guy that dunked on Hakeem, John Starks. All right, the entire Knicks. All right, just them alone was a renegade team. So anyway, John Starks was another one, kind of like Vernon Maxwell, hothead, temper. They were not going for the clean image of the NBA and the Michael Jordan, man. Yeah, they were the death row records of basketball, the New York Bricks. Shout out to the Knicks. They've never been the same. Now it's different. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a gentleman that basically got his tax return and wanted to head out. This is you cold approach ninjas, you game ninjas, you I get it for free ass ninjas. Yeah, the Detroit Pistons too. Anthony Mason, yeah, the entire Knicks. Oh my goodness. All right, that was a hell of a team. But this guy got his, he says right here, when a dude flies to a woman's city, but she's playing games, aka you're gonna pay. So we got a guy out here. He's fly. He's going to go fly into a woman's city that he's obviously been messing with on the internet. And he basically follows through on what he says. And this happens. This is a skit. Yes. Here we go.
Yeah, look, the flight about to take off in like 20 minutes. So I should be landing there in like 3 hours. Yeah, we about to take off right now. Oh, I'm about to put my phone on airplane mode. We about to take off. I'm gonna call you when we land. I'm at baggage claim right now. I'm at door 4, terminal 2.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
I still want to pick up.
All right, so yeah, man, a lot of dudes play goofy games like this, and you get goofy prizes. Nobody really tells you about I get it for free. That you guys, you all put up with this shit because this is how you get it for free. You guys got to just whittle it down and go through all the games and all this shit and get flaked on and all of this stuff, doing stupid shit, driving 3 hours, pull up in front of her house, get voicemail, okay, all of this shit. All right, and his goofy ass looking stupid, thinking he had a freebie. You know what I mean? Money talks, bullshit walks. And the ninja tried to pay. And, well, he not tried to pay. He tried to play with Time and Mac, and then his ass got.
Straight jacket.
All right, his ass got. His guy's ass sitting outside. All right, so let me see if we can complete the video here. Now she's not answering his phone. You know this shit about the. You know where this is going.
I can use your phone right quickly.
Hello.
Oh, now you pick up.
Who this is?
Man, you playing games, dog, for real.
Whose phone are you?
This the dude I seen out here. This is phone. I'm calling you, ain't picking up. I'm thinking your phone there. Where you at?
I wasn't looking at the phone.
I've been out here 3 hours, man. It's getting cold for real. Let's stand in the road. All right. I'm going to get the dude's phone back.
All right, I'm on my way.
Yep, goofy
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 0
Nah, she don't want to pick up for real.
You all right? Woman problem?
Man, mind your fucking business, man, right?
Sorry, no problem.
Oh
Man,
no.
my phone about to die, bro. My phone about to die.
Why?
I've been at the airport for 4 hours, so what you expect? I didn't cut an Uber, now I'm straight. Look, I'm about to go to the room. I'll send you the room number. Just pull up, man. I just made it here.
Yeah, I mean, young brothers go through this. And again, these aren't the stories. These stories they leave out of I get it for free. All right. These are the stories they leave out because almost all men go through this. Okay. Where the woman just plays game. Hey, I'm gonna come over. Can I come over now? And you haven't established anything, and she's gonna get nothing out of it but dick down. Dude, she's gonna start flaking, taking 2 hours to get there. Says she fall asleep. Oh, I fell asleep. And you waited up. You done rolled 2 joints. You done took a shower. You done shaved off your pubic hairs and all of that shit. And now look at your bitch ass now.
Straight jacket.
All right. They don't talk about this, guys. Inevitably, and these guys, this is why they call women foul names. Bitches, these bitches ain't shit. Because they're getting put through these paces and they think this is not pain. They think this is like, oh, you know, I'm just, you know, these bitches be acting like this sometimes. Not with me, they don't. All right. Because I never, ever, not anymore. All right. Not anymore. Not for the past 10 years. I don't deal with none of this shit. All right. That my shit becoming signed, sealed, delivered like Pajorno, nigga. All right. Anyway, or Little Caesars, hot and ready. But y'all play these goofy games thinking y'all supposed to deal with this. And I know this is a skit, but we've all been through something like this. Not the fly out, but the drive over. You drive halfway there. She flake on you. Yeah. We've all been there.
I'm in B14. How long you gonna be? I'm about to watch TV or something. Let me know when y'all side. Yeah, you got that shit. It's nighttime now. You said you been coming, you ain't came. It is what it is. I'm grown. I know how this goes. I wish you would have kept it real from the jump though. Had me spend my money. You know what I'm saying? I could have spent that on bills and anything.
So that's an example. I don't pay, coach. And there you go. You know, just the gas money. You drive halfway there. You almost there. Oh, you know, I gotta cancel. You gonna hate me. I know you gonna hate me. Yep, this type shit.
You know, I had things to do. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too. I'm in the room. What's up?
I'm outside.
You outside?
Well, I'm outside my car. I'm at the bank.
How far you is not? I'm on second right now. I dropped the location to you, but like Just click the thing. Like I'm at the same spot I've been at. Where you at? You know? That ain't you. Look, I'ma just call me when you outside. I'm about to go back in the room. Just call me when you outside. I'm in the lobby. Where are you now?
I'm at brunch right now with the girls.
Brunch? How you at brunch and you took nothing? So you still out eating? What y'all doing?
Maisha's car had a blowout, so we're changing the tire right now.
How far? So
I mean, listen, I know this is a big exaggeration, but by this point, you've lost leverage like a motherfucker. You've lost leverage. I mean, you got to really just cut that off. 1, 2, cut off. Because now she playing with you, and women play games with you. You guys think you're running game on women? They play games with you. They toy with you. They don't care. They rather toy with your feelings, and then they want to see how far they can get your ass to this point. Right up until you want to choke them. All right, but they don't want to do it. Ninjas don't want to walk away. Why? We talked about this. All right, it takes a while for men to be able to walk away from this. A few of these incidences, and you lose all faith. The reason why is he's already invested. We talked about this. And he's chasing in his investment. So men will say, I don't pay, but this is an example of how you paying because you've already invested. You're already there, right? You don't have a backup plan. You don't have abundance. You're planning your life around getting punani. So the flight, the drive, all of these things, the hotel room was all to get 15 minutes of sex. So now that it's not turning out, instead of walking away, you look like you lost money. He mentioned that. Oh, I lost money on this. I could have paid bills. Well, your priorities are fucked up, right? The sunken cost fallacy. So men will sink cost into it and then say they're not paying, but to try to get it, you'll just continue to be abused and manipulated. So you got to get it at the end of the day because you've already put in cost. So this is, again, when guys say they don't pay, we have the sunken cost fallacy that will show you do. Because you'll continue to chase this and get humiliated and played with because you put in money. You paid for $200 a date. I heard a dating coach say this. And he says, and he's the type of guy that says, I never pay for pussy. And when he said this, I was listening to him. I swear to God, he said he already paid $200 for 2 dates. He needs the pussy. Now I was looking at this shit like
straight jacket.
I was like, wait, you said you never pay for pussy. You said you never pay. He's like, I would never pay for sex. And then there's a video of him saying that after he paid $200, he gonna need the cheeks. I was like, I thought you didn't pay. I thought you didn't pay. Yo, that's a classic example of how people men typically have a disconnect with the idea that they pay. You said you would never pay for sex. And now you're telling me that after 2 dates, you in $200, you wanted the pussy. And the fact that you weren't going to get it, you were upset. I was like, what?
Straight jacket.
I said, that is amazing, the disconnect that men have. Man, y'all just saying that as a cope. I'm just telling men the reality. I'm like, guys, man, you guys, the cognitive dissonance between men in this subject is mind-boggling. All right, anyway. All right, enough about this fool. You see him here. Let me see if I can finish the video.
You think in the next 30 minutes, you think you're going to be in the next 30 minutes, I will win. Just hit me up when you like 5 minutes away. Oh, but you on a yacht party and that shit. Talking about you on your way, man. I don't know I should have came on shit, though. I'm fucking stupid. Hello?
I am so sorry. Where you at? Don't be mad.
Man, what do you want?
I'm about to come over
You
there.
ain't about to come nowhere, man. My flight leaving 2 hours, man. I've been here the whole weekend. You ain't come once.
My turtle died and everything. Look.
Man, fuck you, bye. Bald head. Man, never no fucking game, son.
Another thing that we educate men of this particular instance, now that he lost, guess what? She bald-headed. Again, this is what Alan Roger Curry described as his, I believe, mode 3 behavior. Rest in peace to Alan Roger Curry. This is called mode 3 behavior, in which you try to get the punani as cheap as you possibly can, and you try to use a manipulative tactic, aka a weasel tactic, and you try to weasel your way into some pussy. And then when you get rejected, she's ugly. She's fat. You have all kind of names. She a 304. She bald headed. But that's the same woman that you were going to have sex with. Yes. And I would encourage you guys to go read Mode 1 because Mode 1 actually has there's 4 modes. So he goes and explains each mode, but he talks about the behavior of it's Mode 4. I think it's Mode 4. It's either 3 or 4. Thank you guys. That's Mode 4 behavior. And that's indicative of a lot of guys. They teach you this where when the woman rejects you, I talked about this yesterday as well. The woman rejects you. Now she was a hoe. She a skeezer. She nasty. So then you lash out. It's a great book. Alan Roger Curry has a great book, and he's been ahead of this conversation for many, many years. And the reason why I keep bringing it up is about maybe 4 months ago, I reread it. And I was like, oh, yeah, man. I was like, this is actually a good reread because it actually put a lot of things that I talk about in perspective as well. And we were quite on agreement with a lot of things, not in all things, but in a lot of things. So this is, get the audio book. But this is indicative of what a lot of guys are putting themselves through these paces to get into relationships and paying for dates and not saying it's paying for pussy, but then asking for sex as a means of paying for restaurants and dates. I mean, it's all cleared up in even Alan Roger Curry's book that's paying for sex. Alan Roger Curry's famously saying, I would rather men trick than to be weak or be simps. I mean, that's a dating coach. All right, that's a dating coach. He was like, I would rather you just go in and pay for it than to be out here being manipulative or being manipulated, aka right here. So there's a lot of things that men can learn from this as well. I think that's all the videos I have for Straggle and Sniggle Theater. So we're gonna continue right now.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Hey, it's a good show right now. It's a good show. I'm trying to get my sound effects. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right. The sound effects. All right, let me get to the contributors to the day show. How about we do that and then we keep it moving. Keep on moving. My voice is going. Shout out to our brother here. Let's see here. All right, Ken Rose is in the building. Shout out to you with the thumbs up and the fireworks, getting ready for the day. Yes, indeed. Shout out to our brother Snap Tech Fix. Happy holidays and New Year to CGA. Stay on your grind for 2025, Coach Gang. Please stay on your grind. I recently had an ex hit me up to fix her bind. It was easy for me to pass on it, knowing she was not worth the headache. These XXs are going into the new year broke with $3.35 to their name. Where's the I am broke? I do have that one. I just don't know where it is.
How dare you?
All right, I wish I knew where it was. I don't know what color it is. If you guys don't realize, I'm thinking I'm using a new box here.
And you get
A new
through
box.
your thick skull that I'm broke. Dead, flat, stony
Yes.
broke.
I get it.
$3.85 in my purse.
All right, but they broke out here. The X's are going crazy. XXs are going crazy out here. They're going to be in a bind. And again, buckle your seatbelt. We got binds. We got binds coming in for the next 5 to 10 years. For sure. Dinero Tranquillo says the money in the circle. The money in the circle so the square can't touch it. Wow. The money is in the circle so the square can't touch it. Shout out to Jadakiss and shout out to the Coach Gang. Shout out to the Locks and all of them. The streets. We are the streets. Shout out to the J.A. I'll kiss you. All right. Shout out to Jadakiss. All right. Who's better, Jadakiss or who did they have a battle with? They had a battle with somebody. Was it Dipset? I think it was Dipset. Who likes Jadakiss better, or Dipset? All right. Did I get these brothers here? I want to acknowledge them. It is Sizzo in the building. All right, Sizzo, what do you have to say, sir? I'm waiting for it to load up. All right, it's taking a while. Sizzo says, what's up, coach? Life update. Your boy just moved into your studio today. It's a bittersweet yet freeing feeling. The little definition of the new year, new me. Free agent lifestyle for life. 2025, the free agents are winning. Shout out to you, man. Men are figuring out a way. Men are figuring out a way. And shout out to Sizzo. He's been working very hard and diligently. And the free agent lifestyle is not an immediate, for most men, it is not an immediate solution, right? I want an immediate solution, coach. The free agent lifestyle takes many, many years of planting seeds that you forgot to plant, refused to plant. You plant it elsewhere. Now you got to plant the seeds and till the soil, and you got to make sure that the weather is right and you have the right ecosystem for your growth, because you're going to start to grow, and it's going to be diligently, day by day, year by year. Okay. Then after 5 years, you're going to look back and go, well, it's not going to feel like you made a lot of progress. You're going to be like, damn. But then people are going to say, remember 5 years ago you were doing this? And you were like, oh yeah, I was. Right? You're going to make a big, big leap in a short amount of time, but you're going to be so focused on getting everything right that it's not going to feel like you're successful. Then you're going to do 10 years. It's going to take you a while. So, and then when you start building on that, getting that CPR, then you'll be unstoppable. Then you'll look back and say, oh, I'm not risking it on maybe some of the other things that people risk it on. Shout out to you. Congratulations to Sizzo for making it. Now, I believe you said you're in a studio. Is that a studio apartment? I think maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. You're a young man. Maybe you were living with your parents and you got on out there. Yeah, you got to get on out there, man. As a man, you got to get on out there. All right, let me get back to the rest of the show. Do me a favor, hit the like button. I can't see what the likes are. I don't have all my tools in front of me. I normally have 2 screens and another half screen. I just don't know what's going on here. I don't have my usual setup. And I'm holding a microphone. But congratulations, studio apartment. Congratulations, man. Hey, man, I was in a studio apartment in 2012, 2013. Yeah, man. It's all good. And I had kids and shit. And they didn't realize it either. They didn't realize. Kids don't realize y'all broke. They don't really have a clue. And then they realize it. Okay, what is this right here? Oh, Rachel Rizz. Speaking of Rizz. All right, we got Rizz ninjas in here. We got a bunch of Rizz ninjas. Are you here? Are there any game guys here? Coach, man, you just be telling us we pay and we don't. We pay for the dates only, not for the punani. All right, but I just described how you ask for pussy after $200. How you, what is?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
How is that a disconnect? I'm trying to figure out to this day. How is that? I saw somebody in the comment. You said you would never pay. Then you said you pay for 2 dates. Then you said she owes you pussy. Like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
In fact, that if she doesn't give it to you, you mad. That's like you bought something and didn't get it. That means you bought something. That's like me going to the Apple store and I say, I have $200. I want some of those AirPods. I want AirPods. I plunk down the 200 and I just wait. And then they come back out of the back room all day not bringing me AirPods. And I say, excuse me. I paid for AirPods. Where are my AirPods? And they say, you don't get any AirPods. What? How the hell? You crazy. You owe me AirPods. I paid for them. That's the same thing as you just said when you said, oh, he didn't pay for the punani. He paid for the dates. No, he didn't. He didn't ask for dates. He asked for punani.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Am I tripping? Who mad? These niggas gonna be mad at me, bro, all day, because I ain't letting y'all on it. I'm not letting y'all off this bullshit. I'm not letting y'all off this bullshit. You asked for some sex after $200 and a couple of dates. That's paying for it.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You ninjas is wild, bruh. All right, y'all will deny it till the cows come home. But anyway, right there, Rizz. We got some Rizz here. All right, so pay attention here. This says POV. I got to pull it up. Hold on for a second. I don't have my box here. All right, it says right here, POV, you stopped chasing unreceptive girls and started walking away instead. Okay. All right. I want to hear what this is here.
My eyes are my photos. That's how I see it.
That's nice. Yeah, I like photos. Well, I'm gonna keep walking, but it was nice to meet you. Wow, rude. What'd you study?
Human nature.
Oh, is that major? Here?
Yeah.
Oh, how was that?
I study the power of eye contact. Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes.
But I do have a boyfriend, so I don't want to.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, I want to give you a chance to meet a hot guy.
Huh?
I want to give you a chance to meet a hot guy.
A hot guy?
Yeah, what's up?
That
was a horrible handshake.
Chinese.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. I met some cool Chinese people.
I'm sorry?
I met some cool Chinese people before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm reading the compilation of Oscar Wilde.
Oh, cool.
So I think that's fascinating because each book, it's like you never know what's going to happen. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, man. I don't know why they put these shit on the internet. Look at her. Merp. And again, look at the girl. I mean, I always tell you, man, they'll start off with some decent looking chicks and they'll end up down here at Merpville. You know what I mean? This is a 4. She's a cute girl next door, Winnie Cooper, $2 Winnie Cooper. But guys, this is what I tell you, man. Like, what the hell are we doing? By the way, Alan Roger Curry classifies this as this could be considered mode 4 behavior to where let me go larger on the screen. And men are congratulating them. There's people in the comment section saying he's despicable and stuff like this. But this is a dramatic waste of time. I mean, I don't know how much more I can say it. Most of you guys are goofy. Most guys are goofy. And I mean, women reject almost every man they encounter. So the rejection rate is going to be high. You're wasting your time. These women are not interested in you at all. All right. And then what happens is they start going to worse and worse women to try to get that hit. It's like an addiction. They want to get that hit. So now you're going down to Merpville. And what happens is mode 4, the Merp rejects you. Now your reaction is to walk away. She doesn't deserve a response from me, but you're the dumbass. It's you. You literally was trying to approach her to get some sort of communication. And then she rejected you. So then you rejected her. Hold up.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And by the way, his whole pickup is just completely lame. He's talking about nothing. And typically, this is just way too much talk. Most women know who they're interested in, and it is what it is. Just face it. And so they'll tell you to keep doing this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about rejection. But now here's the heading. This is what I call the red pill rage bait. Oh, what we need to do is start walking away from women who reject us. Really, nigga? Really? She rejected you. Like, so now you're mad? Well, the one woman was mad that said he was rude for walking away. But as I said, this type of thing, once it gets out, women are going to automatically realize that most people doing this are just doing it for some sort of game, right? They're just playing a game with you. So they're automatically going to be in rejection mode. Default. The more goofy niggas that do this, they're messing up the game for you, all right? Because they're doing this. And look, she's disinterested. Read the room. You're goofy. You're lame. And you got on fucking meta glasses. This is interesting. Interesting here. All right, here we go.
My eyes are my photos. That's how I see it.
That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. And this woman's way more attractive, than the other woman that we ended with. She was like, that's nice. My eyes are the window to my soul, my camera. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I like photos.
Oh, boy. This is good. All right, he's working on it. Not even an eye contact. Not even pivoting towards her. She's not playing with her hair. No choosing signals. Nothing. She ain't got them flapjacks out. All right, get the flapjacks out, baby. Nothing.
Well, I'm going to keep walking, but it was nice to meet you. Wow, rude.
All right, so that woman said, hello, rude, right? So in his world, for a lot of these guys that claim they're so good with women and they know how to talk to them and they have the mouthpiece and get rejected 97 times out of 100, these men think that getting back at them is to make them feel less than for rejecting. I mean, y'all niggas are some funny ass niggas, man. I tell you, man. All right, anyway. Wild shit. Rate his Rizz. His Rizz is terrible. We got more Rizz here. We got Rizz at UNLV. If you didn't know, that's the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Here we go. We got Rachel Rizz with a cute little college student. Look at this little piece of calico right here. All right, let's see what we got here. Rizz at UNLV. This is a different guy, just so you guys know. Let's see how rizzing up a UNLV college freshman looks like. All right, here we go.
Oh, my bad. You have very pretty eyes. What's your name? What's your name? Ivan, nice to meet you. What are you? Like,
Brazilian.
Brasileira. Brasileira?
Yeah.
Yeah. Paulista or?
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo? Wow, that's nice. Can I get your number?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. What are you doing?
How'd you see me?
I just saw you from back there. I was right behind you. Let me get your Instagram first.
I don't have it.
You don't have Instagram? Why?
I just don't have one.
Okay, cool. What year are you in?
First year.
First year? Yeah.
What are you?
I'm a junior. ¿Cómo es, Alyssa? ¿Hablas español?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay, cool. What part of Vegas you from?
I live on campus.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So we should hang out sometime. I'll message you.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna start here?
All right, that was a good one. All right, she did very good. She's good looking. All right, I like this. She's a freshman. Where's my freshman sound effect? Yeah, something tells me she owns something, man. All right, she owns something. And he got the numbers. There was pretty much closed the deal right there, and she looked like she was ready to go. She zooted. And she got a sexy ass voice. She does sexy. So I would say that was a clean one. He started to say things like you're from Brazil and demonstrate his knowledge. And he did speak a little bit of Portuguese, then asked if she spoke Spanish. That's just nervousness. You know, when you're nervous and you're trying to put the shit, you know, because me, I was telling you as a Gen Z, as a Gen Xer, me putting information into the phone might take a while. So I don't want that awkward silence. So I may say something stupid. So he was just trying to be distracted of not putting, while putting the information into the phone, he got quite distracted and asked if she spoke Spanish. All right, it happens. It happens right there. All right, but what do you think of that one? That was pretty good. She looks like she's on something, though. And somebody did say that potentially this might be a skit. All right, maybe a skit. But yeah, I don't know. Now he's got to close. Now the real thing about phone numbers is you got to still close over the phone, which is tough. You want to try to close in public as quick as possible, because closing over the phone does quite difficult, because now she's got to respond to the phone. Yeah, what do you think here? What do you think here on that one? You rate his Rizz. We don't just show bad Rizzes. We show the good Rizzes. All right, here we go right here. Rate his Rizz. We have a 2-man. All right, that's what the young people call possibly double dating, or a train, or orgy, or potentially running game, or picking up 2 women at once, a 2-man. All right, and they might have a 3-man. All right, we got Rachel Rizz, a 2-man going on here. This is not a train. So here we go right here, a double date. Let's see if we can make this larger. That's what he said. All right, here we go. A 2-man, but it's chill.
I'm sorry. My fault. What's your name? Liana. I thought you were very pretty. My name's Ed.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. What do you think his chances are?
His chances?
Yeah, is this her type?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
okay.
they're good.
Is this her type, or what do you think?
Oh,
She has good chances.
What's your type? What do you like?
I don't really have time.
You don't have a type.
Does that work?
I see the smiling. I see good energy being reciprocated.
Oh,
What you drinking on right now?
Oh, it's so bad. It's
That looks disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's so green.
I know it's brown. It's almond joy latte.
No, I mean, bro, like, what did you?
It's so gross. And chocolate, apparently.
Oh,
Disgusting. Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I'm a little freaky like that. I like stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, he went in for the kill. I'm just kidding. I just thought about it. Y'all would have some good-looking babies. Like, man. I really thought about it. What was your name?
Myers.
I'm Dave.
My hands are wet.
Okay. Did you get her number?
Yeah.
Is it cool if I get your number, Jordan?
Sure.
A drink? We gotta. I'm not taking you out for that drink. I'm not gonna lie. We're meeting up with some guys down there, so we'll catch you later, Jordan. It was nice meeting you. You take care.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good Tuesday. Take care.
Gotcha, bitch. All right, so shout out to that, a two-man. All right, they ran that pick and roll, John Stockton and Karl Malone style. All right, that was a pretty good two-man there for people that want to know about it. Who thinks that's real? Rate their Rizz on that one. Very comfortable with the college student with the pick and the roll. Gotcha, bitch. All right, now that was good, man. And of course, they got a couple of plain Jane, girl next door cutie, dorm bunnies. All right, and he slid in, misdirection on the other side. Then he pulled her back on that side, the tandem two-man. We got to see that again. Yeah, that was a good one right there. Anybody who likes that right there? He says it was an 8 divided by 2. Very good. Yeah, I mean, the girls are simpletons. But that was a good one. I like that one. That's really good. I mean, that's one of the better Rizzes. I mean, like, you know, but, you know, that's a more creative Rizz that I've seen used and employed to make videos. No, that 2 million likes. 2 million likes. A lot of guys are going to start doing that two-man shit. All right, that was good. The old wingman, Maverick. All right, the old wingman shit. All right, let me see here. They got caught off guard. See, you know, that's an example of women aren't prepared for that. They're prepared for you to cold approach them. Right? They're prepared for you to walk straight to them. They're ready. So they're like, all right, here we go. All right. And they'll shut down. They'll know what signals to give you. They're ready for it. So these guys use a different tactic. All right. Where they use the two-man game where the women are inevitably not ready for that particular tactic. If you want to call it a tactic, they're not ready. So they were disarmed. Their walls were down. Their rejection mode was automatically down. So that was pretty creative. Let's play it again just so you guys can see it.
I'm sorry. My fault. What's your name? Liana. I thought you were very pretty. My name's Ed.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. What do you think his chances are?
His chances?
Yeah, is this her type?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're good.
Is this her type, or what do you think?
Oh,
She has good chances.
What's your type? What do you like?
I don't really have a type.
You don't have a type.
Does that work?
I see you smiling. I see good energy being reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What you drinking on right now?
Oh, it's so bad.
All right. So I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that if I did acknowledge that these are some regular chicks. All right. These are so it's going to work on certain type of woman and some type of women it ain't going to work on at all. So you do have to mid chicks. Yeah, these are mid. You know, these aren't bad looking women. There's a young women at Brigham Young University. But these are regular degglers. Not only that, they kind of nerd girls. So they fell for the okie doke, right? They fell for the okie doke. So this is the type of girls that would typically work on, as I would say. Typically, that's where it works. Either broken women or drunk women or women that are regular degglers. So, yeah, if you approach a group of women that are particularly on the boat last night that I was on and you tried to run this and they were not receptive, they will stonewall your ass. All right, but shout out to them. And they was leaking. These little virgin girls be leaking out here. And these are little Mormon girls. And, yeah, they're quite innocent. I'm going to tell you here, you ain't going to get no vagina off these girls. Not relatively soon. Not relatively soon. So you're going to have to milk this for all it's worth. You're going to put in hundreds of hours trying to get that punani. Who thinks I'm lying? So you pick up girls like this, freshmen and sophomores at universities, and these bookworm girls coming from the biology lab, you about to put in, they still fucking for relationships. All right, these girls right here, you're going to put in a lot of work. So don't think that you're going to be in there and getting that pussy that easy. Not with this. Not with a 2-man there. All right. So it's going to be, you're going to need to put in some work. You might have to wait a couple of months for these punanis right here. All right. But anyway, that was a good one. All right. Good Rizz, as the young people call it. And we have another Rachel Rizz story, which we're going to give another banner here. Not if you're the star athlete, which those guys are not. All right. They're mathletes. All right. So those guys are not star athletes. All right. So we already know. And star athletes don't have to run a 2-man. Not necessarily. All right. The girls would be like, the girls would tutor them for English class. And then he's hitting skins. So there's no wingman. All right. 2-man needed if he's the star athlete. He just needs a term paper typed up. And then he's splitting them cheeks in the dorm. Let's see here. What are we doing here? We got Rachel Rizz, but we got an NFL player proposing after a football game. Have you heard the news? It looks like the Washington Redskins are on this one right here. I love the Redskins name. They need to bring it back. The Washington Redskin football player here, and his name is, let me get his name. Sorry. Jeremy Reeves. Jeremy Spoken. All right, Jeremy Spoken, class today. And there she is, a little flat back there. All right, see what goes on here. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we go right here. This is the beginning of the video, so we don't need the noise here. Oh, sorry, this is the end of the video. All right, I think they got a big win. The Redskins have been playing good this year. Shout out to the Redskins. And there he is right there. Boy, he got a nice little flat back. I mean, that's about as basic flat back as you're going to get. That's a goddamn... But what type of flat back is that? That's the basic stock factory issue flat back. Look at her. That's a flat back, flat stomach, and all that. She got long blonde hair. Yeah. Again, if he wasn't an athlete, he ain't getting that type of flat back. All right. That's an authentic flat back right there. That's the store. What's that fucking store? I'm trying to remember it. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But there's a store that all them white girls used to shop at. I can't remember the name of the store. Hold on for a second. I got to think of it. So anybody know what name of the store that I'm thinking of where all the white women, the skinny white women shop and all the sizes were one size? All right. And all the fat white women was mad. They couldn't shop there. Not Abercrombie and Fitch. Oh, man. Not Vineyard Vines. Not Vineyard Vines. Oh, damn. It's another store. Not Hollister. Oh, shit. You guys don't know. Oh, man. Well, not Lululemon either. All right. Yeah, these are all the white uniform places. Hold on for a second. I got to pull it up. Not Aeropostale. God damn it. Hold on for a second. We got to pull it down. Hold on for a second. Let me see if we can. Hold on for a second. Not Anthropology. You guys don't know the store. All right. Hold on for a second. I'm going to have to look it up. He said Lane Bryant. Yeah, y'all naming all the places where white girls shop. Oh, my goodness. You some starving ninjas. I see y'all be out here.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Brandy Melville is the one. That's what it was. Brandy Melville. Thank you. Who said it? So I'm pretty sure somebody said it. Brandy Melville. All right, so that is the one. Look it up. Brandy Melville. It was more like for teenagers. All right, but anyway. That's definitely a Brandy Melville chick. All right, he got a Brandy Melville. All right, shout out to him. This ninja crazy, bro. I mean, you had it.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Morgan said I said it. All right, Morgan, you must be a flatback. All right, Morgan, only flatbacks can shop at Brandy Melville. All right, yeah, you got to look up Brandy Melville. You perverts, you're going to get an FBI inquisition if you look up Brandy Melville. Do not look it up on your Instagram, nigga. You getting automatically the FBI going to be on your ass.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But this is a Brandy Melville flatback. All right. But anyway, shout out to him, man. What are you doing, bro? Why all in the public? And Sista's got to be pissed the fuck off, man. Because never in history of America does a black woman get this type of treatment. Right? Only niggas do this for white women. Trust me, I know. Yes. Well, that's a long story. But why would you do this? Bro, you got your whole life ahead of you. All right, you know you're not ready to put these streets away right now, brother. You still in these streets?
In these streets.
Man, when you marry a white woman like that, you cannot mess around on her, bruh. You can't mess around on her. You got to be honest and faithful and loyal. She not signing no prenup. She not signing no prenup. Yeah. Because listen, man, I know this joker ain't ready, man. He's still in these
streets.
He's still in these streets. This woman's gonna take you for everything, bruh. She gonna clean house. And let me tell you how these white women work. Trust me, I know. They wait for years, man. They will build a case against your monkey ass. All right, they'll let you do this shit and look the other way and cry and pull their hair back and but dude, you're a guy that has a reputation already. Let me give you this bit of information here. Apparently, some black women that he's been messing with have came out and spoke ill of the guy here. All right, hold on for a second. Let me see if we can find it. Apparently, a sex worker, shout out to Red Pill Awareness. Apparently, a sex worker in a city, we're going to figure out where she's from. She throwing shade. Oh, no, you big dummy. Here we go. So a sex worker, Washington Commander Safety Jeremy Reeves, exposed by sex worker. He allegedly flew out months before proposing to his girlfriend. Oh, no. Oh, no, sir. Say it ain't so, man. Hey, man, what happened to the honest hoes? Baby, you supposed to keep quiet. But look, she was not going to look, and it's a black woman too. She wasn't going to let this nigga get away with proposing to this Aeropostale Hollister, Brandy Melville white woman. Forever 21 American Eagle Urban Outfitter white woman. All right, Lululemon white bitch uniform white woman. Okay, so let's read the story here and see what happened. Apparently, Kia, her name, or Kaya, not the same man who was in my DM trying to fly me out and F, I think the fuck not, she says. Oh, nigga. Bruh. Wow. Ah, man, we need receipts, baby. We can't just have this. Do you have a receipt? This one says, well, you missed out, LOL. She says, no, I flew out there to get effed, ate good, and got some money and came home. Wow. Undertaker bill for this ninja.
Okay, daddy.
And then again, all men pay, even the athletes, and it kind of behooves athletes when men don't understand why athletes pay. Like, well, I mean, you're supposed to pay to keep her quiet. Well, that didn't work. All right. But apparently she was in her feels about this ninja proposing on one knee to that white woman. Jesus. Man, this is crazy. And I think it was because she was a white woman. All right, that's where it was. Where the white women at? And so, you know, like I said, brothers really don't make a spectacle about proposing to people like this. Like I said, man, I be out here in these streets. I guarantee you, because ninjas say they supposed to get quiet. Yeah, hey, let me tell you, man, look, if I did this, I swear to God, I would have 20 women doing the same thing right now. Like, because there's some women I'll be like, yeah, but you know, there's about 20 women right now that if I was on Al Gore's internet proposing to a whole white woman, I don't care what woman I propose to, I can guarantee there will be 20 women on Al Gore's internet right now talking about CGA and all of my shit that I done done. Y'all would know about what I would done. Them skeletons would come up out the closet. And so, you know, as we say, these women supposed to keep quiet. Well, she did until this nigga was proposing on bended knee, looking like all American boy, all right, to a white woman. So, whoo-wee. That's crazy. Yeah, man. So she said, nah, I'm going to tell this ninja ain't who he say he is. But that's sad. It's sad all around. I think everybody really, hopefully God bless them and their family and their pursuit. We already know how this is going to end. It's going to be a mess.
Gotta get my bag and run.
She's going to be the winner. This white woman's going to be the winner, but she's going to have to take a couple of L's, possibly get beat, maybe going to be a future single mother. There's going to be a bitter divorce. She's going to suffer many tears, right? White girl tears. He going to cheat on her, allegedly. He going to still be paying for, maybe she has an open arrangement. I have no idea. But he going to lose whatever money he going to get. He out of all the people here, he's going to win. Oh, my Lord. All right, that one's not. What's going on, gentlemen? We need some more help here. Let me get to the super chats, and then should be the main event. Should be the main event. Guys, listen, this is my advice. Oh, this is supposed to be Straggle and Sniggle. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. Let me give you some advice, guys. If you want to get married, make sure if you want to get married in today's world that you really have the leverage to determine what type of marriage you want and get it in agreement. So maybe this white woman, there's some white women, there's some women that don't mind that if they get a guy like this, that he's not faithful, right? She might know this already and she might not care. But if you're not ready to settle down and marry and be with one woman, don't get married. And you, the other woman thinks you're going to be monogamous, just don't do it, man. Just stay single. Right? I don't advise men to be out here cheating on their wives. Right? I'm not saying men are perfect or I'm perfect, but you know, just as a means of advice as a guy, don't be out here monogamously marrying if you're gonna still be playing around. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with you ninjas. All right, so let me get this possible support, and then get on with the show. We got Sunshine Shoulders coming up from the Philippines. He's going to drop some knowledge on us, and you might disagree, but he's going to tell us what to have ahead for 2025. And it's not going to be well received because when we talk about this, men do not like it. Shout out to our brother here, and it is KBH says, "Hey, coach, I just subscribed to your Money Mindset group to start learning and growing. As a young man, I appreciate you and all the lessons in his free agent lifestyle for life. So let me give you a sponsorship since you subscribe to and sent the super chat and subscribe to the Money Mindset. So we're going to give you a sponsorship today. Shout out to you. And it's KBH. Shout out to you. Money Mindset growing. All right. We hit a great tier going into the year, and if you start your support after today, there will be a new password. There's always a new password every month, but the commercials are out. Money Mindset is going to grow in 2025. There's going to be more need for people to get this type of information for sure. Thank you, brother. All right. Yeah. Oh, the I got Rob video was fire. Yeah. I got y'all on that one. Brazil vlogs coming out. There's about 6 or 7 videos from Brazil, which number one is going to start, I think, today. I'm confused on my days and my time zone, so it's going to be out today. It's video number one, and they get increasingly more and more of what you will want, the visual eye candy, Brazilian women, then the boat party, then me going out with one woman while here in Brazil. So you're going to see increasingly there's going to be more things, but it's kind of like a day-to-day. Every 2 days that I was here, I did a video, and 6 are produced, and I think I'm doing 2 more, maybe 3. So those are going to start coming out. Check those out on the Notorious CGA channel. Shout out to our engineer, Doctor. Just want to thank you for another year of great edutainment. We must all acknowledge that you are a real treasure in that dying, Mitch-infested space. Yes, indeed. It is, man, it's pretty cooked. Let us never take you and the coach gang for granted. I truly appreciate all that. Happy New Year to us all. And that's the coach gang. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And hopefully we will purge a little bit more Mitches, or some Mitches will be ready to grow up. You know, I'm getting old in this space, so the conversation can't not stay the same. I've matured. I've evolved. I've experienced different parts of life. I haven't forgot. So I still have the knowledge of where people are on square one. However, like I said, I can't walk the walk with you. I can still share experiences, but I'm not going to degrade my life in order for you to feel better about the position you're in, especially when you're not listening to me, right? You're not going to listen to any of my advice. So I'm not going to stay down there to make you feel better. Yes, I'm going to brag. I'm going to boast. I got to show you. By the way, the free agent lifestyle was meant to brag. Like, that's what I don't get. I'm like literally the free agent lifestyle was supposed to be shown to demonstrate it. And people got comfortable with me not showing it, namely for one reason, and it was COVID. People don't remember, like, if you were watching me before COVID, I was showing you the free agent lifestyle being lived. But then COVID stopped it. So then I was just doing studio videos. I did less vlogs. I traveled less. And so by the time you saw me in 2020 and 2021 going into 2022, I was doing less of it. I did less trips, so the trips were not international. Why? Everything was shut down. So by the time you then found me 2021, 2022, 2023, I was doing less demonstrating it. Then I started buying cars instead and going through legal cases with my ex-wife. So that's where most of the money was going. So I did less travel then. Then my legal case was over. Then that freed me to travel. So yeah, it was supposed to be demonstrated and shown. It was supposed to be, so it motivated people to do it. Now, there's no more COVID. The NWO, they're shooting down planes. New world order. But it was supposed to be shown. It was supposed to be. I don't know why people just get their panties in a bunch related to that, but it's only a few. And the few people that really don't like it, it's time for y'all to leave, man. It's time for y'all to leave. But I don't know what this trip triggered a lot of people. This one triggered a lot of people because maybe they didn't see me travel internationally before. Well, that doesn't make sense because I did travel internationally. I don't know why this particular trip triggered people. A few people, the loudmouths. Somebody's jet skiing out by, they're jet skiing out at the ocean right now. This trip triggered people. I don't know what about this one. Like, I don't know why France and Italy didn't trigger you. And I don't know why Kauai and Maui didn't trigger you. And people didn't realize I traveled before COVID and even before I did YouTube. You know, that didn't trigger them. But the Brazil one triggered people. I was like, whoa. But it's fantastic, man. I'm enjoying every minute of it. All right, anyway. It's because it's South America. Yeah, people were like, oh, well, now you went down to South America, so whoa. And I was like, well, it was like, it's okay. It's great, though. Brazil, I would encourage everybody to put Rio at least on your bucket list because the one thing for me, and I said it in my first vlog, is that I lived 10 minutes from the beach in Newport Beach for 10 years, and I lived in Southern California for 35 years plus. So the beach doesn't really do anything for me. Like I'm looking at the beach right now. It doesn't do anything for me. I lived 10 minutes from the beach for 10 years. And, beach and sand and good weather is not particularly something that is going to draw me in. And I try to go to destinations that aren't so much beachy. So you're not going to see me in the Caribbean too much because I'm like, go fucking sit on the beach. Right. But if you live somewhere else where you don't have a lot of access to the beach, this is going to be great appeal because you're going to see women scantily clad in bikinis, and you might not see that very often. I saw that way too much. So that doesn't draw me in. But Rio is a great destination, just the culture, the city, how it's alive, and, seeing people, how they live. It's what it is. And not only that, the punani. Right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yes, I've been in Vegas, and a lot of people don't realize they think I'm from Las Vegas. I've been only in Vegas for 2 years. It's about to go on. It's 2.5 years now in Las Vegas. And there's definitely no beach out there. There's a lot of dirt and sand, though. It's just no water. Okay. Appreciate Engineer Doctor for making it through the year. Thank you for the inspiration, sir. And Cash App is... There's no Cash Apps today. Oh, no government name BH. He says, yes, there is a Cash App, coach. He got us. Kaylin has something to say over here, and then we're going to get the Sunshine Shoulders in the Philippines. Let's see what Kaylin has to say. It's going to be something profound, I know. Caitlin says, what's up, coach? Paying for sex may sound dehumanizing, but these females have long exploited and degraded themselves before you get with them. Hookup culture will continue in 2025, so paying for sex may seem like a better option than wasting time trying to get it. Now, that depends on how people look at it. You know, for some reason that they might not realize they're wasting time, or they might not care either. But he says, what did he say? He says, the women have degraded themselves before you get it. Oh my goodness. All right. Shout out to the women out here in these streets degrading themselves.
Streets.
They've degraded themselves. From the male perspective, yes. From the male perspective, they degraded themselves. But from their perspective, yeah. Woo. These women are nasty, nasty. Where are my nasty girls? I've been a nasty girl. I've been a nasty girl. Yeah, there's some nasty girls out here, man. There's some nasty girls. Shout out to the nasty girls, man. And when you're a guy, let me tell you, man, there's a thing. People talk about Chad or Tyrone, but when you're a guy that accepts women being nasty, boy, do they become nasty. They like being nasty. All right. They love it when you just be like, oh, you like nasty? And they show you some nasty shit.
In these streets.
They just nasty, man. Where my nasty girls at? I wish I could tell you what this one girl told me while I was here in Brazil. It was right up my alley. All right. It was up her alley too. And I went up the alley. All right, but I can't say it on YouTube. I can't say it on YouTube. All right, my man said paying for peace leave is risky these days. You could catch fire, bruh. I've debunked that all day long. Although, yeah, you can catch fire getting any sex out here, but the normie women are the ones giving out the STDs. I actually did an entire stream and I showed it. I showed how it's happening. I've described the acts, technical acts, what you call high risk sexual activity, what the high risk sexual activities include, which one of them is pay for play, but the other ones were all normie chicks. It's all sex that normie girls go through, not the pay for play girls. Yep. So, you know, this idea of trying to avoid STDs by not getting with working girls is a misnomer, because the normie chicks are more likely to engage in high risk sex activity as well. So if you want to avoid STIs, do not have sex. Don't do it. Even condoms are almost going to expose you to herpes, HPV. I did a stream on this. And you know what happens? Men will debunk. They'll not accept it. Well, that's not true. And I show you the data, the charts. I lay out my case so as you can, you know, either accept it or not. It's not that you don't believe it, because I just show you the evidence right here. But you can catch blades fucking with any girl out here. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these women the normie chicks are more likely to engage in condomless sex. The sex workers are more likely to engage in condom sex. The data's out here. They don't want to believe it. I'm telling you, most of the things, you know, I'm one of the people here that I've opened up the portal of the mind, pause, is that what you think is common sense is actually dumb mindset. And this is indicative of the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and blind. What you think is common sense is actually reverse. What you think is real is actually fake. What you think is fake is actually real. But women that are having multiple sexual partners and they're engaging in romantic hookup, free sex, these are the ones that got the STIs. The second group that had the STIs are people engaging in bisexual or homosexual activity. These two people are going to have the highest rates of STIs. Now, also the next group are any working girls that engage in risky sex, meaning unprotected, or drugs. So drugs. So this is what you got. But also normie chicks engage in drugs and hookup culture. Most assault cases or grape cases, I think the percentage is above 70 to 80% of them have alcohol and drugs associated with that act. What do you think also is happening if alcohol and drugs is happening? No condom. So hookup, bar, nightclub, alcohol, drugs, no condom. So you're also dealing with that as well. Yep. Houston and Atlanta on fire as a result of these high risk, normie, sex, alcohol, drugs, and affairs. Having an affair, less likely to use a condom. So even you could get STI from your wife because women, married women, when they cheat, have a less likelihood of using a condom. So I'm just letting you know, man, I did an entire stream on it. I hate to keep repeating it because every now and then we'll have one or two people that just will come up with a normie talking point and say, well, I'm scared of this. Nigga, if you scared of catching the STD, do not have sex with anybody. I mean, at this point, because you're liable to catch it from anybody at this point. It's a risk no matter what. It's a risk whether you're paying for it or not. Because most of y'all are not paying for the STD you're catching. But these are the facts. Okay. And I back up all my facts. I do streams on these things. I remember the data. Sometimes I don't have time to go through it because I'm planning another show. But if you want to find the show, go ahead. I can't tell you where the shows are, but I talk about it all the time. It's just our reality. So if you don't want a STI, don't fuck anybody out here. I'm talking about in the world. Because the women are having sex and they're most likely to have unprotected sex. Women. And by the way, they make up most of the STI carriers compared to men. More women have STIs than men. I mean, but keep putting misinformation out there. Keep putting this idea that you're going to catch something if you do. Ninja, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, for the most part. But trying to isolate a group, here's the thing. Trying to isolate a group of women as non-carriers versus these women carry, you're going to get a reality check out here real fast. Women are on the spectrum. Some women that are dating are sex workers, but they date and they're married. We've proven that. So what category do you put her in? More likely to catch a STI or less likely? She's married, a sex worker, and she fucks multiple guys. Like what? She's in an open relationship. Where do you put her? Man, so be careful with these things and putting things out there because I'll debunk them because I go through these things to debunk them, mostly to help men understand what you're dealing with out here. You can't just do that. By the way, if you ever want to prove me wrong, go to fucking Planned Parenthood. Go to Planned Parenthood. Go to a Planned Parenthood office. Now, the majority of people that you're going to see in there either have an STI and or are pregnant and or, well, that's probably what you're dealing with. Probably one or the two. So she's pregnant. She might be trying to get her a test to see if she's pregnant or maybe getting some information of terminating the pregnancy. Or they have a STI. So Planned Parenthood is a place where you would go. Just go there. Go sit in the fucking office. You're going to be flabbergasted. Right here. You're going to be flabbergasted. You're going to be like, her? Or go to a place that do STI checks. Go to a place that does STI checks. That's what they do. Sit in the fucking office. You see all kind of women walking in the door. You be like, her? What's she doing in here? Regular girls, bookworms, college girls, teenagers. I'm trying to help y'all out. You can be flabbergasted. You can be like, God damn, everybody. It's not bitches walking in with, fishnet stockings and drug addicts. You're not going to see that. You're going to see regular, normal girls, regular bitches, normies, bookworms, 15-year-old bitches, 22-year-old women that don't got health insurance. So he said, you're going to see bitches will coming in there on the spectrum with Down syndrome going in there like, yep, you're going to see 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 16. Anyway, just realize it, man. Just really, and I write these, I do these shows so you guys can get a reality check, because I give you the information and then I tell you, go see it. Go to a divorce court, go to a family court building, go to a Planned Parenthood. You're gonna have a mind blown, like wow. This affects everybody. Affects everybody. So anyway, oh, our girl is in here. We're gonna do your video. You see, you're on a thumbnail. Mrs. Brooks is in here. You gonna see a Down syndrome bitch in there. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Who did this? You gonna see a Down syndrome bitch. I never seen one, but you'll see one. Tell me I ain't lying. You go see conservative Christians in there, conservative girls that was against early terminations of pregnancies, all of that shit. All right. Anyway, you could be like, weren't you marching against? Weren't you anti-abortion? Yep. Now she in Planned Parenthood. Anyway. Shout out to, let me see, I got a couple more. Callie West says Zion Williamson got done the same way by that prawn star after he proposed to his straggle-daggle baby mama sister. He says B-dubs don't like seeing men being happy with other women. That's true, too. She did throw Zion Williamson under the bus when did he propose to her? Or they just had a baby shower? I think they just had a baby shower. Maybe I'm wrong. Kevin W says, have you played golf before? I have. What? He says, if so, what's your advice? What would you give to a beginner? He says, one of my 2025 goals is to learn how to play golf so I can build my network. Happy New Year to you and the coach gang. One thing I will tell you is take a class. Don't do private instruction. It can be quite expensive. But if you do have a community college near you, they have activity classes, physical education classes that are relatively inexpensive, or do a group session, because you don't need these golf instructors getting in your head, bro. All right, they get in your head. But if you do have the money, pay for a golf instruction. Ninjas don't want to pay for shit. Every time I say pay, ninja, you don't need to do. Okay, nigga, listen, I ain't gonna learn. The way I got into it is I took a class in community college, and it was one of my activity credits, and I took golf. Great instructor. Was a class full of people that didn't know how to play golf. We started off with a sand wedge or a 9-iron, and we progressed from there. And it taught me, I haven't taken much golf instruction after that, and I have still a decent looking swing. Like, people were surprised nigga could go out there and play golf. All right. Right. They surprised, man, that you can go out there and just swing the club and hit the ball. All right. Now, hitting it straight is a whole nother conversation. But I can drive the ball pretty good. But I started off taking a class. All right. I started off taking the class, and that helped me tremendously, because it was weeks and weeks and weeks of just practicing different type of irons, starting with the 9-iron. I think we started with a pitching wedge or a 9-iron. Then we progressed to even the longer irons, the 5-iron is my favorite one. I tend to perform well with that one. I do well with a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, very similar club. And then progress the driver, totally different approach. So anyway, got that George W. Bush. Now watch this drive. All right, ass ninja. All right, let's do it, man. I got it, man. Thank you, man. That's my advice. And everybody needs to learn how to play some golf. It's a humbling sport. It is humbling. All right, we got Sunshine Shoulders in the main event. So Mrs. Brooks, hang tight. What does Mr. Brooks say right here? Okay, let me see what we going. Let's give him. It's an evil world we live in. This is going to be actually Sunshine Shoulders. This is an OG guy that went and got married in the Philippines. And I wouldn't call him a passport bro. Just because you travel don't make you a passport bro. But shout out to the passport bros. This guy has gotten married in the Philippines. So anybody that actually is looking to maybe follow in those footsteps, maybe go listen to this guy's channel, because he gives you the real about this mindset of possibly going to another country, marrying into the culture, and he gives you the reality check of what's going on there. And if you guys have time, if you have a wrench, go ahead and put his channel in the comment section. But for some reason, oh, here it is right here. I was like, I can't find it. All right, Sunshine Shoulders is the guy's name. And he says this. Unfortunately, guys, men do not want to hear this shit. It says money matters. It will still determine your value in 2025. Oh, no. This type of content rubs men the wrong way. But I figured we got to let him talk about this, because what men want to do is say money doesn't determine the value of the man. Kevin Samuels faced some ridicule when he came out with the high value man. Well, he didn't come out with it, but he definitely popularized it, in which he talked about what men should make. And there's other people that come out with obscene shit. You need to make $50K a month. I mean, most men aren't going to make that. However, money is a tool, and it is not an evil tool. It is definitely a useful tool, and it ain't going away. But you're going to, and he says in the video, I'm going to get a lot of pushback for this because men don't like to hear this, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Now, the next lady's going to say how you can get used by it, because we don't want to get used for our money. So instead, we don't want to get money. Or we'll say things like, well, I'm a blue collar worker. And I know a lot of blue collar workers were upset with Kevin Samuels because they said, well, money doesn't make the man. Which in a sense, you can still be the leader without money in your household. Yes. It's going to be tough, but you can be. You can still be a man without money. But here he says money still matters in 2025. We're going to have some people pissed off, but here we go.
We're looking at money will still determine your value as a man in 2025. I just want to talk a little bit about that. It is New Year's Eve here, so Happy New Year to everybody. Thank y'all so much, for a great year. We're looking for more success, more happiness, better health in 2025. And I'm sending that out in the universe for everybody watching this. And everybody's excited, but as much as things change, some things remain the same. And one thing that's going to stay the same is money's still going to determine your value as a man. No matter where you are, certainly in a place like the Philippines. And a lot of us, we don't want to hear that. We're tired of that. What's the new term everybody's using now? Meat shield. It's all about the provider. So a lot of us are going to go to our graves working. We're going to work ourselves to death. And the amount of money you have is certainly going to determine how people are going to treat you.
Okay, so let's start off right there. Great start by Sunshine Shoulders. He's speaking a little slow. I'm going to speed him up just a little bit. But yeah, he's saying right here, and he's in the Philippines. He's married. He's done this years ago, way before it was kind of a thing that everybody knew to do, but people were already doing it. It just wasn't broadcasted on YouTube. And somebody asked, what about character? All right. I mean, listen, you can go with that. Right. I'm just saying you're going to go with that. And unfortunately, you're going to realize how long does character last versus how long are you going to work? And he says what I've been saying. We're going to work till we die. And we're going to be judged whether we're 20, 40, 60, or 80 on not character. Because you got kids and grandkids and real estate and not real estate and apartments and not apartments and homes and not a home. If you're a supporter, you're a supporter. Grandfather support kids and all that. You're going to fucking be judged on money and what you provide and what you can and can't. Okay. And if you're a man with good character, but you cannot support yourself, you're going to be treated like shit. You're going to be treated like shit. So men are problem solvers. I was looking at two brothers and they were at the pool. They were lifeguards and they were kind of trying to figuring shit out and this is what men do. And we do this whether we're in shape, out of shape, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian, whether we're older, young. This is what we do. This is the expectation. And sometimes we're used for this. We're used for this because let him cook, because he's going to make up some other valid points on this one. And men will constantly dodge this. We think that we can, there's another way. But unfortunately, me as an older man, him as an older man, we know differently. it's nice to have a good character in your 20s. It ain't gonna mean shit in your 40s. It's gonna mean nothing in your 40s. Zip. As an older man in your 50s, good character ain't gonna mean shit if you ain't got no money to pay the bills. I'm just saying. All right, let him continue, but I'm gonna speed him up a little bit on 1.5. All right, here we go right here.
Especially in a place like the Philippines, where money is the only thing that really sets you apart. They got everything else. They just need your money. And not having money over here, it's just going to make you a nobody. And that defeats the whole purpose for coming here. Because most of us were Mr. Nobody when we got to the Philippines. Nobody wanted us. Let's get honest. We're coming into the new year. I'm still going to give you the nitty gritty, but let's get honest. Nobody wanted you. You couldn't go out on a date, a decent date. Nobody was paying you any attention over there. Nobody was calling you. Your phone went dead. Nobody was coming by, checking on you and seeing how you were, because at the end of the day, nobody cared. So you're Mr. Nobody, and you come over here, and all of a sudden, because of your money, you get that attention you've been craving. People seem to care about you over here. And it's always been that way. Not just in the Philippines. I'm not picking on the Philippines, but anywhere. It would be nice, man, if we could get along or get by on our good looks. Imagine if you turned that around and the Filipina had the money and you did. I doubt it. They give us the time of the day. But it would be nice to be able to go through life just based on your good looks and intelligence and your character and your kindness and personality. But
there he is with the character. All right, so it must be nice. Well, women get that, but most men do not get that benefit of the doubt. In fact, he came up with the phrase, you're in an open relationship with women in the Philippines. She opens her legs if you open your wallet. You open your wallet, she opens her legs. So a lot of people are trying to escape to these other countries, hoping to find someone who values their character. Well, they might value your character more, but he's going to bring up another point, even though over there in the Philippines, yeah, men are getting triggered. Yeah, men are getting triggered. This is just a conversation about, but you can't deny what he's saying. And men need to get real with men for sure. All right, here we go.
as a man, there's no such thing. We have no such luck. Let me say that. This has been beat into our head since we were little, probably about 7 years old. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the meat shield, the human shield. You're going to provide and protect for everybody else. The hell with you. So everybody's excited. You're going to stop smoking, losing weight. You're going to get a better job. You're going to do everything else, but that one thing is going to remain the same. Your value as a man is going to be judged by your money. If you don't have any money in the Philippines as a foreign man, you're a nobody, man. And that defeats the purpose of you coming here. Because you watch the videos, you got the memo. You don't have to be rich over here, but the fact that you have money in a place where a lot of people don't have any money, it makes you somebody. So we got back yesterday, man. It was a long day yesterday. Travel.
Well, a lot of people could misconstrue what he said there. If you don't have money in the Philippines, it makes you a nobody. Well, I think I would say if you don't have money and you're a foreigner in the Philippines, you're useless. I think that I would add that. That's the same thing in Brazil. It's the same thing in America. I don't care where you go. Dominican Republic. If you don't have money as a foreigner and you go over there thinking that people are going to find you useful, you're going to fucking get got. Right? So there's that. So they're going to use you for your ducats. They're going to juice you and milk you, and they're going to milk you dry over there just like they would milk you dry over here. So, yeah, don't go over there as a foreigner with empty hands, because they're going to find out real fast that I can't make much use for you. Okay, so here we go right here. He says lots of European homeless in Bangkok. Yep. I mean, terrible. Well, I'm pretty sure some woman milked his ass dry. He was over there, and he went over there with his pension, and then got milked.
And logistics in the Philippines can test you. Okay, and we were 2 islands over. We went to Panglao Bahal, and I posted some videos down there. I'm gonna post one last one before the new year, where I'm just talking behind the scenes. I'm kind of showing you around, and no, it's basically our trip home is what that is. But yeah, it's an hour and a half for every ride to Toledo, Cebu, then an hour and a half on the bus to Cebu City, then an hour and a half on the fast crowd to Tagbilaran, Bohol, and then another 20, 25 minutes. We lost a lot of people. Yeah, over the memory of Mark Thornton. But because he's got the money. I didn't create that. That's something that's been going on. I'm 61. Ever since I can remember, if you got money, they're going to respect you. You can basically get away with anything until you can't. Look at P. Diddy and all that. We're infatuated by that, a piece of paper. What does OJ say? It carries a lot of weight. That mean green. So much as things change, some things are going to stay the same. And one of them is money's always going to determine your value. I'm going to get pushed back on this. I'm sorry. I'm saying the outside world, not what you think about yourself. Surely there's more to you than what's in your bank account. I'm just telling you that we live in a world today where that's your value. Okay, so you can come over here and don't make the mistake of forgetting that, because they'll lull you to sleep over here and they'll have you thinking that it's something other than your money that they're attracted to, and that money doesn't matter over here in these other places. And you'll see bloggers, they'll tell you that. They'll make it look like the women is with them for them. I'm here to give you the nitty gritty, the real nitty gritty. That's bullshit.
Now, I will say this, and shout out to this guy. And you see what living in the Philippines sound like: roosters and shit, motherfucking crickets and bugs, just cricking, mosquitoes. All right. But I will say this, that yeah, it'll cost you cheaper in the Philippines. It'll be cheaper. Like, you don't need as much money as an American. As an American is outrageous. The American, the cost of the dollar goes, it spreads longer in a place like the Philippines, in a place like Brazil. So that may make it attractive to you. But yeah, if you're a passport migrant, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get. They'll just stay with the poor people that they know, as opposed to the poor people that they don't know. So yeah, you can get milk like that for sure. But it ain't all sunshines and shoulders out there.
Money is still going to determine your value as a man in 2025. And don't ever forget that. So stack your dollars, man. Stack your chips. Well, you start making a trip over here because you ain't got nothing coming. Okay, you'll go back to being Mr. Nobody. We got rid of him. The minute you step on the plane, you become somebody on your way over here. Don't forget that. As long as you got money, as long as you got money coming in every month, you're going to maintain that Mr. Somebody facade. But go broke. I don't have any money. You're Mr. Nobody. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to want you. Nobody's going to call or message you. Nobody's going to pay you any attention.
Yo, man. And listen, he's speaking from experience. All right. So experience is your best teacher. And a lot of men are speaking in this space with no experience whatsoever, which puts them well beneath CGA. Never compare me with any of these goofy cowards and morons in this space. Not all of them, but you know who I'm talking about. You know the type that I'm talking about. Experience is going to humble you. Years of living is going to humble you. Okay. And a lot of people see it as complaining, bitter, whining. He's projecting and possibly just talking about him. Well, he's just talking about himself. But let me just tell you, as a man, as you age, you're going to realize how people treat you as you age, and if you're out of shape and if you're broke. If you have that trifecta as a man, you're out of shape, you've aged poorly, and you're broke, you're cooked out here. And the faster you get to that position in life, you're going to realize you motherfucking cooked, almost to the point where you going to have point of no return. So you will see older guys that are out of shape, but they got money. So that's their lifeline. Like they got access to something. They got a good job, stable. They made some investments. But let them be old, out of shape, and broke. You're useless. You're useless. It's nice when you're 20 and 30 and people can overlook that shit because you're decent shape still. Okay, you can still get out here and get a job. You can turn this shit around. But don't be out here 55 and 60, 50 years old, out of shape, live poorly, age poorly, and broke. Cooked. You offer nothing at that point. Nobody going to talk about your character and your merit and you were a good old boy. Nobody's going to say that. And so he's speaking from years of realizing that and possibly getting milked over there in the Philippines. I don't know his entire story. But how many times have y'all stopped to help and listen to the story of an aging homeless guy? Sometimes you'll do it and you're like, damn, he actually a good guy. But do you give a fuck? No. You be like, hey, you can still get out here and work. You can still get out here and work. Ninja, we gonna have to work. So this is where he is saying here. And for men, we have to understand that this is a long game for us. This is not us winning with women today, tomorrow, next year. This is us living out 40, 50 years of a grind, depending on where you start, a grind. I had to live in my car for a little bit of time. People literally went radio silent on me, knowing that I was going through a tough time. Okay. Radio silent. Okay, hold on for a second. I don't like when people do this in my chat. All right. I don't like when people do this in my chat. So I got to get rid of you. So they will go radio silent and say, well, you know, and they'll talk about the decisions you made. Oh, you made this decision. You made that decision. Well, it wasn't my fault. Hey, you picked the wrong girl. You picked the wrong baby. Pay your child support. Dude, they will watch your ass go to jail. And you owe child support. They're like, How many men went to jail for failure to pay child support and somebody, your mama, your granny, your new girlfriend, women in general, the church, how many took up a goddamn offering plate to keep your ass out of jail? Zero. I never hear it happening related to men. So when you have bad finances, they like, that's your fucking fault. Nobody gonna like, well, your character. But I'm in a contempt hearing for child support. How's my character looking? You up Schitt's Creek and nobody came on my behalf as a character witness to get me out of jail for failure to pay child support. This is what we're talking about. They'll just say, man up, pay your child support bill. This is an example of what he's talking about. Money matters. When it comes, they're gonna like get your ass to work, pay your bills on time, support your kids. Nobody ever be like, well, he's a good man. Nobody. So this is where we stand. The thing is, what men don't want to be is used for this, which is going to be part of the main event. So he's saying it matters where most men will say, well, I don't want to be used for my money. Okay, nigga, try it. Okay, what the fuck? So you won't try to get any money. You'll try to keep less money so you don't get used. But man, I'm going to tell you, man, this is a reality for a lot of these guys. A lot of guys are trying to avoid this, and he's telling you, you can't avoid it. You can't dodge and skip town or any of that. You can't go to another country to avoid this. You know, Filipino women, I date a lot of Filipino women. They tend to not be so aggressive with their gold digging. So it seems like they like you. But stop giving them money and see what happens. Like, they're not asking for a lot. They can live off a little and they can make a miracle out of a bowl of rice. But, you know, some of them tend to be, if they're an Americanized, some of them tend to be kind of, you know, they want more, but they tend to want less. But go deal with a Filipina here in America or overseas and come with no money. Ninja, you cook. I mean, you cook like a fucking bowl of rice. Right, so it don't matter. It don't matter if it's in the Philippines or here in Brazil or over here. $50 can go a long way in the Philippines, and not in America. It doesn't. So then we start trying to wonder why we are valued by this. It's similar to how we value women. If we took beauty off the table as a means for them to capitalize. And we say, well, beauty doesn't matter. Well, it certainly does. We can act like it doesn't matter. It might not matter to me as an individual, to that particular person. All right. I don't care if you're fat and you got a fupa. I can overlook that. I don't care if you got a soggy ass. Well, okay, I can overlook that. But in the world, she's ugly. Huh? So when she gets in a beauty contest, if they start stepping up and say the most beautiful woman getting $100, she's shit out of luck. And that's a reality that she has to live with. What does she has to do with it? She can either let herself go or go with a man that settles for less, or she can get Botox and surgery and titty implants and hit the gym. That's a boss up. She said, I better boss up. Some women say, I better go find a guy that will settle for less. Let me find a black man. Okay, they'll settle for less. And that's what you'll do. Fuck that bossing up shit. I ain't going to the gym working out. I'm going to go settle for less. All right, so it is what it is. Let me get to the main event here. Let's see here. Do I have the main event bell? Go check out his channel, Sunshine Shoulders. We got the main event here. We have pronouncing her name wrong and shit. She in here listening too. She's known as the woman that went viral as the German woman. She went viral. I can't even remember for what, but shout out to her. She went viral for saying something. All right. Appreciate for her being here. Go subscribe to her channel. This is going to be her channel name. And I'm going to say Soraya Brooks. She has this video that was crawled across my desk. And it's an interesting video about this woman. And she looked crazy. She looked cuckoo. But she's basically saying what we were talking about earlier, that you just a provider male. But we need to make, this is what she says, we need to make men our bitches. All right, this is what men in America say the modern woman is like to date. So let's start with the video here and see what she's talking about here. You see the woman, Soraya. She's the woman. She's the white looking woman. All right. She's the woman right there. You see her. She's Turkish, I believe, but she lives in Germany. She's the white looking woman. Where's my sound effect? But then the black looking woman, a woman that looks more appearing black, she's the one that we're going to react to her videos and her TikTok. All right, so let's see it right here. His job is to work, provide, and protect. It's not his job to talk your head off. All right, so here we go here. Main event.
What I said when I said to make these men your little bitch. For real. Your job is to work and provide. Not to bitch to me.
Oh boy, I know a lot of us think that TikTok is a curse, but sometimes I'm really thankful for TikTok because these women are out here showing their true selves, showing us their true colors. And then they are surprised why some men would leave the US to go to other countries to find girlfriends, fiancés, and wives. I have never ever came across a video of somebody speaking like her. I found this woman on TikTok. Her name is Berlil World. And let me tell you, she truly lives in her own world. The type of advice she's trying to give to other women here on this platform, I don't know. I don't know. You'll be the judge in the comment section. The only thing I know is that this woman needs help, and everybody that follows her, everybody that likes her content, everybody that takes her advice and actually puts that in action is a lost soul in this world. Ladies, if you follow these type of women, don't be surprised that there are no men left for you. But thanks for your transparency, though.
You see my hand? This is what I need you to do. See it's closed? That means to shut it. Shh. Your job is to work and provide. Not to bitch to me. Shh.
All right, let me stop. She basically said to the men right here, Shut up! Wait a minute. This woman must have been watching me. All right, because that's what I told you ladies to do. But you guys don't want to. Silence, you fool. You see how it works the other way when women, Steve Harvey, this woman tells men to shut up. All right, it's not triggering. But when I tell women. Silence, you fool. All right, but you can tell, yeah, this woman, she definitely been watching something related to how I do it. But now you telling men to shut up. All right, here we go. Your job is to shut up.
See, I really meant what I said when I said to make these men your little bitch. For real. See, you wasn't rude. You wasn't trying to be funny. You didn't go off. You said it very calmly. And the funny thing about it is they will listen because you ain't go off. They're backwards. Stop listening to these brokies that say, oh, yeah, well, you listening to you want a simp. You're going to turn into one anyway once a woman start treating y'all this way, speaking to y'all this way. It just happens naturally. I'm telling you. So yeah, just tell them.
So if men are supposed to protect and provide, just as the caption to her video says, what is your job as a woman? Is it your job to give the man a headache the moment he comes home, or is it your job to provide a comfortable, peaceful, warm, cozy environment that smells like freshly cooked food? Sounds like a dream to a lot of men, but that exactly sounds like a nightmare to a lot of women. And I'm sorry, it's not no gunshots outside. They're over here shooting firecrackers already. I'm sorry for the disturbance. But here is the thing about it. If women act like this, they've been acting like this in 2024, and I'm sure they're going to be acting like this in 2025. Tell me one legit reason why men should be wanting to get married.
Now, that right there is where, for me, and men will say, well, coach, you was just saying the same thing. You're a provider. You're a protector. You're going to work. So she's right. The crazy mulatto is right. However, the opposition that we're facing in many places, particularly in the Western world, is that most women are entitled to this. They feel like you're supposed to do it and then also shut up. You also have no power, no say. So as you're doing this, they're trying to make a bitch out of you. That's where we try to warn men that we're going to boss up. We're going to live our best life. We're not going to go backwards so we don't get used for our money. We're going to arm ourselves with the idea and knowing the tactics that are going to be used, especially by entitled people, women, entitled women, women in America. We know they're going to do this, but we're not going to give them access. See, those are where I separate, where guys are like, yo, you just telling the women to use you for your money. No, I'm not. I tell you to get leverage and options so you don't get used for your money, right? But we want you to have access to resources. We want you to be able to pursue your goals and dreams. We want you to live your best possible life. And I find it interesting that guys that don't want to be used for their money are often guys that don't want to go get no money. So how are you going to live the best possible life? You basically don't want to get money so women don't use you. That's backwards thinking. That's like when I tell you, you guys don't go treat yourself well. You only treat yourself well when a woman's involved. Right? You only treat yourself well when you only go to nice restaurants when a woman's involved. You only go on nice trips and vacation when a woman's involved. You only go to sports events and sit in the lower rows when a woman's involved. But then when there's no date, your ass eating top ramen. When there's no date, you don't dress up well. When there's no opportunity to get women and everybody, all the women hate your recessed chin, now you don't care about your appearance. See, that is where I have a argument in this space. Because men say, well, since we ain't going to get women, why do we need money? That's no. Because money is not just a means to get access to women. It can. But you still got to be able to get access to the life that you want to live and that you deserve. This space for a long time has gotten away with that. Okay, so since we're not getting married, let's live in a fucking cabin in Wyoming. Okay, why? Like, is that what you wanted to do? Or is that because you can't get the woman you want, you can't afford her? So now you're going to live like Ted Kaczynski. Why? Like, come on, bro. We can't do that shit. I don't sell that. No. And this space has gotten away with that for a very long time, to the point where then if you see a guy like Fresh CEO, then he gets Lambos and then he gets gold diggers and JUCOs, and then they use him for his money and try to finesse him. Y'all be like, well, see, it's because he got that Lambo. Okay, but did he get the Lambo for the hoes? Or is that what you think? Maybe he wanted the Lambo. You know what I mean? Could it be perhaps that he wanted the Lambo? Could it be perhaps that I wanted the Porsche not to get women? Could it be that I went to Brazil to enjoy a vacation and then women were the byproduct? But men don't want to make women the byproduct. You always want to make her the catalyst, the reason. And that is the mindset that you have to change. That's part of the free agent lifestyle, by the way. You have to change that mindset that you deserve less when there's no woman around. I'm going to do less work. I'm going to do less. I'm going to need less money. I'm going to need, no. I'm not going to go to high-end restaurants. I'm not going to go to good hotels. I'm not going to go get nice cars. I'm not going to get nice clothes and dress. Oh, you wearing a suit. You simping for women. Why? Could it be that I want to look good? This space is how to fix that. They got to fix that, because the minute you start talking about that, well, you're just trying to, no. You deserve to get the best possible life out of this life. Not because of women, but because you work motherfucking hard. I did a video one time and I said, well, you know, the average person, upper middle class, goes on 5 vacations. The video was a voiceover of not me talking. It was another guy. He said the average family is going to get 1 or 2 vacations. In there, people that disagree, 1 or 2 vacations is okay. Okay, 11 days of vacation is okay. You're going to work 280 days. 11 days? Is that all you deserve? Because we all know you're not going to use those 11 days. You're going to work 4 years straight and not take a fucking vacation. So this is what we're trying to say. Let's try to get 4 or 5 vacations in a year. What does that look like? How can you get there? Maybe you only get 3 this year. Maybe you only get 2. Maybe one's a staycation. But you deserve that. If you're going to be working till you drop dead, you deserve to enjoy this motherfucking life. This is your one life. This idea that you're not supposed to enjoy it and feel guilty for enjoying it. We got to kill that mindset in this space. We need to minimalize, and we don't need this and we don't need that. Nah, motherfucker. Read my book, The Free Agent Lifestyle. I said it then and there. Oh, no, we need all that. And we going to live it. This isn't a new philosophy. I wrote this in 2018. That we got to kill that mindset of we don't deserve because women are no longer part of our lives, or we're not going to get married. Because women are going to pick up on that. People are going to pick up on that. You're going to look like fucking Ted Kaczynski and shit. Right? Oh, well, since I'm not getting married and having kids, I'm going to go live off in the fucking woods in Wyoming in a cabin, you know, that I can just, a pine box. I wish people didn't have that mindset. And it's something that I don't preach, and I've never preached here. Okay, so anyway. Let me do this here. Let's let her finish cooking.
Women like this are the reason, or one of many reasons, why men choose to stay single. They choose to stay single, they choose to travel, they choose to live their life instead of coming home to a woman like that and live their life according to the BS saying that goes like happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life, miserable husband. I don't agree with that statement at all. And then a lot of men have women sitting at home that act just like her. See, the problem is that a lot of women nowadays, since they think they are the prize, tolerate men in the relationship. They don't respect them, they don't appreciate them, and they surely show it in their actions. Because when my husband comes home from work, it's a party every time. I greet him with a smile. I tell him I'm happy that I see him. And I'm not over here trying to show you what of a perfect wife that I am, because I'm far from perfect. I'm just trying to give you some examples on how you could actually work on changing your ways, communicating with a man that you want to protect and provide for you. So if you do not make that man wanting to go outside and do his best every single day because you give him attitude all day, don't even be surprised. Don't be surprised if that man cheats on you. Don't be surprised if that man doesn't want to protect and provide for you, because you're not giving him no reason.
Well, she's talking to, well, I mean, this is good content. It makes good content because, you know, men hope that there's women out here like this. But I think, to me, American women are too far gone. Like, I don't think, this is just me, of the remaining single women, 80% of them are rotten to the core. They're selfish. They're not looking out for your best interest, nor are they looking to reward you for your provision. And the example of this is the other woman that she's talking about. Nah. What did I say? 80%? Yeah, I stand on that. Of the remaining single women, 80% of them are cooked. In terms of you being a provider and her, what she said, her rewarding your provider. The other woman said, we're going to make you your bitch, right? Our bitch. That's how they look at you. Okay. I just don't see them being able to look at you as a provider and determining that you're worth something in return. So this is what we got. All right. I don't see that there's many options for men. There's some options out here. Like if you're a certain type of guy, you know, if you're a white guy and you're in Tuscaloosa, Alabama on campus and you're a frat boy, you'll get a frat girl and she'll play the whole goddamn role. Right? You'll get her and y'all go study together and you're at Texas Christian University or SMU and you're a frat boy and she is a sorority girl. Okay, yeah, that about the only exception left. The rest of them have no intentions of giving you anything in return. Yep, same with Ole Miss. You were in Oxford, Mississippi, frat boy, white boy, good family, 2-parent household, sorority girl. That's about it. All right, that's about it. The rest of us, if we're outside of that demographic, we're cooked. If you're a Black American man in America, you cooked. In terms of finding an American woman of any race, giving you any damn thing, you're going to have her be a Hebrew Israelite, or you're going to have to have a strong religion over her head. Like you're going to have her in her goddamn head wrap, all that shit. If you're a Black American man, you cooked in America. There's almost no, or is she going to be a big fat white woman? A large overweight white woman. That's about the only option you have. And that woman going to be so far down the wall. I mean, in age, she going to be you're not getting a fat young white woman. She going to be a fat older white woman. 28, 30, 34, 36. She done ran through more niggas than the track team. All right. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Again, there's always exceptions that prove this rule. So for anybody saying, not me, coach, I got one. Okay, you're one of not many. So you better take your ass. You know, if you want that as an American man, you have less chance to get it here. And then if you want one as a Black American man, you got no goddamn chance in America. All right, anyway, let's see here. And dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't care if you're a Black man that got money. You cooked. He says if you're a top-tier free agent, you're still going to have to supply great amounts of resources. You're going to have to back that up. But again, like Sunshine Shoulder said, lose your money. Find out what happens. Like for me, I could come out here and I could get me somebody to play that role. She'll play that role for as long as I got some money. Now, as soon as I lose access to them resources, cooked. She ain't sticking through. Okay, let's just say it like this. There's no woman sticking through with no man in America. You can almost be certain of the remaining single women in America or in the Western world, we'll just say the West, that is going to stick with a man that loses his bag. What? How many women do you think? Give me a statistic. That's going to sit through and watch you lose your bag. Lose what it was that made her say, yeah, I like him. All right. Nah. No, sirree, Bob. That shit ain't happening. All right. Just watch. All right? And if you want to prove it, prove it. Prove it. Just tell your girl, man, I done lost my job, and sit there for 2 weeks eating Fruity Pebbles and in your drawers, tidy whities, and a wife beater. And you sitting on a couch with a goddamn Cookie Monster blanket playing Nintendo. Tell me what fucking happens. She gonna be out the door. There's a 9.9% chance you cook. All right, I'm gonna just let you know, man. Most men are not gonna survive that. I got a little bit more video for this woman right here. Let's see what she's saying here. She has some more reaction to her video. Let me see if I can skip to it. Oh man, there's another woman she reacted to. Who? Sisters are cooked out here. I'll tell you the reason why here in a minute.
Makes a man sick.
Ladies, here are 3 things that you must do before you say I do and marry that man. Please listen to the advice I drop in this video. It could save your life. Number 1, you are to require him to get a psychiatric evaluation. He is to be an open book about his mental health with you, or else you will not marry him. You do not want to marry a narcissist, a sociopath, a psychopath.
That's another crazy one. What about women getting psychiatric evaluations? Because studies show that women are most likely to be patients because of depression compared to men. They're the ones who have self-esteem issues. They're the ones who are unhappy. And you know why? It is a fact that women are easier to be manipulated than men. Men will go out there and do whatever they have to do, while women, they look on social media, they compare themselves to other women, and you don't say no because they're the ones who get all this plastic surgery done. It starts with the BBL and it stops with the fake lashes. So tell me who has more issues, men or women?
Get a very tough prenuptial agreement and postnuptial agreement. Protect your money, your finances, your home, your assets, everything. So if he flips out after the marriage and starts changing up on you, switching up and abusing you, he cannot touch none of your fucking money. Put it in a trust account. You understand that you control. Don't open up no joint bank account. Protect your money so that he flips out, you get the fuck out of there and you're good to go financially. Do not let him control your finances. And if he cheats and abuses you and you file for divorce, you set up that prenuptial agreement so that you tear his pockets up for life for disrespecting you and violating your marriage. Make him pay financially. Put it in the prenuptial agreement.
You know what's funny about these women?
Wow, man, I told you y'all was cooked. All right, and that project bitch, all right, that project woman there, obviously has been through some things, and she's an elder and she's going through some information. I don't even know what she's talking about, what money she's talking about. But of course, now that women earn just as much money as men, in particularly close, there's not much of a gap in the Black community specifically, or it is less of a perceived gap. Guess what? Now they want to get smart about finances. Now they don't want to share a bank account. Now they want a prenup. Now they want to ruin you. As I said, the marriage is planned before the divorce. That's a prime example right there. But these are the women that are entering into relationships, and it's not about money or business. Men are in love, women are in business. One wise man once said. So they're approaching it as a business. You're coming in love. I'm telling you, man, a lot of women are not getting advice because you're going to say, well, that woman's hurt and bitter. She old. Every one of her nieces, every one of her cousins, every one of her daughters got the same information. So yeah, you're going to say, well, that's just one woman. Those women overwhelmingly will share that information with other women, and the other women will listen, as opposed to me, Sunshine Shoulders, telling you men what to do, and you bitch ass ninjas will complain the entire time. You guys don't want to listen. Oh, you just hurt and bitter. But trust me, that aunt with them big ass project girl glasses, her nieces, her cousins, they're all gonna listen. Her daughters, her relatives, everybody in her neighborhood, they're gonna have women's groups at the high school listening to this shit. And these women gonna come out, and these are the women that y'all want to bet against. When I told you 80% of them are cooked. I'ma find me one, coach. They already programmed to not listen to your goof ass before you even get to it. They already programmed. They already been listening to this shit from years, from their mama, their grandmama, from their auntie, and their cousins and shit. They already been programmed. Then you come in with some what? Hard dick, bubble gum, and mouthpiece, thinking you're gonna circumvent the system. I just don't see it. I just think you're up shit's creek, especially when you have less leverage. All right. Shout out to this woman, Mrs. Brooks. She was probably gonna say the same thing. But if you want to go to that other woman's TikTok and go to Mrs. Brooks' page, subscribe to it. Go to Sunshine Shoulders, subscribe to it. And then if you want to see this woman's page, she has more followers than me on TikTok, and I'm sure she's not shadow banned. I'm shadow banned to oblivion over there. But
never tell a guy what happened in your previous. Never tell a guy what happened in your previous relationship. If they ask you, just say it didn't work out. It just didn't work out.
all right, so this woman obviously has a lot of videos probably like this, okay, giving females advices. And you can see this is the original video right here. Here we go.
Start bumping his gums and doing all this talking because now you're detached. Now you're unbothered. Now you have a life. You just do this. You see my hand? This is what I need you to do. See, it's closed. That means to shut it. Shh. Your job is to work and provide, not to bitch to me.
She looked crazy.
See, I really meant what I said when I said to make these men your little bitch. For real. See, you wasn't rude. You wasn't trying to be funny. You didn't go off. You said it very calmly. And the funny thing about it is they will listen because you ain't go off. They're backwards. Stop listening to these brokies that say, "Oh yeah, bro, you listening to you want a simp." You're going to turn into one anyway once a woman start treating y'all this way.
That quote right there is what I try to tell you, man. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, man, you men and the ego of the man. I can't help the volume. That's how she's talking. All right. That's how she's talking. The ego of the male says this: I can circumvent decades of programming, her grandmama, her mama, all of her sisters, her schooling, her education, okay, her sisters, all the conversation. Not only that, her life experience. I can circumvent all that, coach. All right. This is what men say to me. And as an older male, I laugh. This is comedy to me. And all because you got dick and you can talk and you got money or you don't got money, whatever it is that you got, her religious upbringing, which most of it is infected with feminism. Like, this is what you're up against. You're not up against me because I'm on the winning side of the bet. Right? I want you guys to know this, and I've said this before. No matter what you disagree with me on, I'm gonna win no matter what. Hold on for a second. Let me share this with y'all again. Let's get you this.
I'm Rizz, bitch.
No matter what you disagree with me on, I'm gonna be on the winning side of the statistics every time. All right. I'm almost to the point. I'm Jimmy the Greek of this shit. I'm gonna fucking win long term. Now, I might not win with you as the individual watching me. You might beat me. You might beat me. You might be the outlier. But I got this shit so on lock. And I've gambled against it. I've gambled against almost everything. I got the fucking line. I am the house at this point. Meaning that society can't beat me. For all of this to work for everybody, it cannot. I'm going to win. Meaning that society's norms are not going to be opposite of what I'm telling you on this show. Now, you might win here and a couple might win there. It's fine. I'm not saying that. But I'm the house. I got this shit locked, meaning that this conversation will go on for another 30 years. As long as I'm alive and have a voice, I'm going to win this bet. Meaning that I can look back 5 years, each 5 years, and go back and say, I was right, I was right, I was right, I was right. You see what I mean? Like, now, again, I wish everyone else luck out here. And I wish you luck in your pursuits. But I'm going to be dead right. I don't care what the PUA say, the game, Mac guys. They're going to be wrong on the wrong side of history, meaning that their only wins are going to be when one wins here and one wins there. All right. That's their only way they're going to win. Or if he wins as an individual and he wins with the women, he wins. But if all of the rest of his people lose, it doesn't matter. He can still say, well, it worked for me, so he wins. But I'm going to win because most of everything I'm saying is going to be inevitably true for the greater amount of America. Well, I'm speaking mostly for America. For the greater amount of the social norms, I'm going to be on the winning side of the percentages. And it ain't even going to be close. I have no chance of losing. Right here. I have no chance. So what I'm telling you is you might have a chance to win, and even the wins are going to be temporary. Temporary. You're going to have a winning season. Then you're going to have a season that you're going to need to rebuild. Okay, then you're going to have a comeback season, a surprise season. And that might be separated by a few years. And I don't mean to me down, but it is the truth. The exceptions will win, but they will not set the rules here. And what you gotta beat is this. You can't beat CGA. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna prove CGA wrong. You don't have to prove nothing wrong with me, because you gotta prove this wrong. You gotta beat this system when you walk out there on the field. You ain't gotta be. Hey, by the way, as a coach, I used to tell my teams this all the time, because there will become a point in the season where the team will revolt against me. They will have a sense of, damn, coach, like, you know, all this practice, all of these drills and all of this, and we win some, we lose some, we're losing more than we're winning. And what'll happen is they'll feel like you were against them. You don't believe in them. And so what'll happen is they'll come back against you, and you'll go through a losing streak. And much of it is they don't believe in the coach anymore, but they believe the coach is against them. So what you'll have to do is you have to get them back and say, listen, you're not playing against me. All right. So this is where you have to have that meeting and say, all right, I want you to sit down. Every week, I give you a scouting report on an opponent. Your opponent is the team over there. The team that's trying to beat your ass is over there in the dark jerseys. The team that's trying to whip your ass, they probably believe in their coach. Maybe they don't. Maybe they try to prove their coach wrong. But you ain't playing against me. You playing against them. You're playing against the other team with the fucking name on the other name on the jersey. You're playing from the team from the other city. You're not playing me. So what people have to understand, when you're trying to play against CGA. You ain't playing against me, goofy ass niggas. You're not playing me. You're playing the system. You're playing this. This is who you walking out there on the field. They just think they playing me, right? You're not playing CGA motherfucking tonight. When you go out on a date and you try to get married, you're not playing CGA. You playing the field. You're playing the opponent. You're playing the programming. You're playing their drilling. You're playing their software, their programming. You're playing their program, their name. So y'all too busy trying to play me and prove me wrong. You ain't playing me. I'm telling you what you up against. And now you got to go get the knife. Now you got to go snatch the stone out the motherfucking hand. Yeah. Yep, and you playing against all of the manipulation and hidden rules and shit that they got up their sleeve. And I'm telling you, man, good luck, ass ninja. Let me get to these super chats. Let me let her finish cooking, though. Hold on for a second. Let me see what she's saying.
Speaking to y'all this way, it just happens naturally. I'm telling you. So yeah, just tell him. I don't want to hear that noise. My ears are very sensitive. I had a lot to do today, even though you didn't do anything. And you just say, shh, just go to work, provide and protect. That's it.
All right. So again, I'm actually said the same thing to women. So essentially the volume is so bad there. Essentially what she's saying is she doesn't care about your battles. This is what we've been trying to prove to you men. You're going to find out. She don't care about your battles. She wants you to know about her battles. But when you come home, complain and say it's tough and all that, nobody give. I told you this earlier. They don't give a fuck. Women don't care about what you go through. Ask, dude, I'm telling you, man, when you're young, you might have a girl feel sorry for you. I've been, niggas use this shit. I've been oppressed in the system against us. And you'll have Latinas and Jewish girls and white girls and black girls eat that shit up. Yeah, the system been oppressing a nigga. All right, turn 30. They don't give a fuck no more. They ain't like, okay, hold up, go get a job. When you're 16 and 20 and you're like, it's tough being a young black man in America and all that shit. Some people will let you get away with that. Right? Oh, yeah, it's tough out there. Police brutality, you get pulled over, you get harassed, and white people and white supremacy, they'll let you get away with that. Turn 32 years old and talk that shit. Then just gonna be like, all right, nigga, okay, all right, nigga, I didn't see your ass smoking weed and doing the stanky leg, the crate challenge, scrolling on Instagram, jerking off, mouthpiecing bitches, getting bitches pregnant, and now you talking about white supremacy. Okay. So yeah, it's hard out here for a pimp. See, they listen to that shit up until, and then when you turn a grown ass man, they're gonna be like, we don't care about nothing y'all going through. Do we got money for the bills? We ain't got no money for the bill. Okay, well, we about to have the lights turn off. What? And you're like, well, you a woman, you independent, you could pay the light bill. Okay, hold up. We didn't agree on that. And I could do bad all by myself. Right? See what I mean? Like, you're going to find out that people don't got shit to do. If you can't support yourself, even if you're in a couple or not, they're going to treat you just like that. And do not be mad when you find out the hard way. And you might say, and here's another thing. You might say, my girl stuck with me. What did her family do? What did her family say when you lost your shit and you struggled? I guarantee you her family and her mother was talking. They was talking like, and they probably told her, girl, I don't know why you stand with his ass. Right? What? You covering the bills? What? You paying the what? You paying the mortgage now? Oh, Lord. Try it. Try it with her mother-in-law. Go over there and hug her ass. I guarantee you, at Thanksgiving, you're going to wash every motherfucking dish that night. Every dish. You lose your job for 6 months. And you go to Thanksgiving and you think you about to watch the fucking football game. Why them women serving turkey and ham and washing 50 fucking forks and spoon? I bet you be in that kitchen washing every fucking dish if you with that woman and she now covering your goddamn rent. You be in there taking out the trash, running shit to the trash. You be out there picking what we need, big mama. Big mama, what we need now, what we need to do. And you gonna be up over there busting suds at your mama-in-law's house. I guarantee you think you're gonna have your feet up watching the game and they covering the rent. Because you guys gotta know, the grandparents, your mother-in-law covering some of that rent. Your wife ain't covering all of it. Your wife, because the parents are helping the wife cover the rent. She ain't just covering it and sticking with you. You gonna stick with this nigga? Oh, you're gonna be washing plates and forks and spoons. Yes, ma'am. All that shit. Tell me I ain't lying. Shit. Don't act like, and don't think that if you sit there watching football that your wife ain't gonna hear about that. Because they looking at your ass like, this nigga right here ain't covering the bills and he got his feet up on the ottoman watching football. Ninja, y'all got to realize that what you up against here, you can hit the Mario. Cooked. When they fence get ran over by a fucking kid or a car, you better be over there fucking painting the fence. She can be like, our fence fell down in the wind. Your next conversation is, you need me to come over there and help grandpa put it up? Yep. Oh, baby, you don't have to worry about all that. Just drive your ass over there and put a helping hand up. Because they going to find your ass eating Fruity Pebbles on the fucking couch, watching anime. And grandpa out there fucking putting the fence up. You going to work. They be like, well, you ain't got no job, but there's work over here to do. All right, but look, let me get to these super chats, man. I'm just telling you, man. Y'all not ready for this world, man, with your goofy ass ideas and your inexperience. All right, it's a cold world out there. It's a cold ass world. All right, anyway, I gotta find the right screen. Let me pull these screens down just so I can. They're like, nigga, you ain't got no job. Well, I got, real estate's down right now. Okay, you know what else is down? The fence. Go ahead and put it up. Ooh, wee. In for a reality check. But your mother and your I guess, I would say your wife or your girlfriend's family and friends are gonna talk cash shit about you, which is gonna affect how she sees you. She might stand strong for a little while, but you can very much not stop this if it lasts long term. This is gonna be a tough storm. Shout out to it is Sergino is in the building. Is it Sergino? He says, Happy New Year, Coach. Did you try the Sura de Bunda? I know I fucked that up. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if I tried it yet. People have been feeding me stuff. I don't know what it is that I'm eating, though. Somebody made me try today. What did they make me try? Oh, gosh, I can't even remember what it was. They made some omelet with some, what the fuck was it called? Oh, my goodness. Anyway, it's something that I wouldn't have ate. Tapioca. They were like, eat the tapioca omelet. I was like, what the fuck is a tapioca? Like, tapioca to us is like pudding that we ate when we got our tonsils out. I was like, I don't want no tapioca. They were like, no, you got to try it. You got to try tapioca omelet. All right, so I was eating a tapioca omelet. It didn't taste like anything. It wasn't bad. It was just a different consistency. It was kind of like it was like a tortilla. That's the thing I could describe it. It was like what you would wrap an omelet in, other than a tortilla. All right, anyway. Shout out to the Portuguese coming up with shit. All right, let's get it here. I got a whole bunch of brothers in here that I got to acknowledge. All right, so bear with me. It is. Shout out to Filling Up the Bags, who says, Coach, breaking the stereotype about older single guys being miserable is what makes people uncomfortable. Brazilian JUCO is the best. Facts. I was thinking of this today. Remember what older men used to look like? You know, when I grew up in the 80s, older men, especially black men, used to be down bad, looking like Marvin Gaye's daddy. You know, that's what men in their 50s up look like after they survived Vietnam War and Heron. They just had the George Jefferson, right? Skinny and shit, no muscles on their arms, wearing brown slacks. Worked at the plant for 25 years, had that motherfucking cigarette just hanging out. Blue collar ninjas, you know, real victims of institutional racism, real victims. Down bad health, hunched over, ninja cane already. No retirement, no money. Niggas was broke, trying to live off they mama's social security checks they was stealing. I mean, that's how men were. Not the boomers, but the silent generation men were in the 80s and 90s. Broke down, broken. They laughed at nigga. Oh, laughed at this nigga. You know, you ain't shit. You know, still ain't shit, nigga. And old men, old barbarian white dudes, comb over hair dudes, fat gut, chain smoking cigarettes, glassy eye, jaundice, yellow eye, all fucked up. Miles Davis looking ass niggas like, dude, men used to be fucked up in their 50s and 60s, meaning like they were over the hill. That's what they used to call you over the hill. In fact, over the hill used to be 40. Then it was kind of like 50. But once a man was over the hill, that was like you hit the wall. You over the hill is death. You just fucking useless. We just... Today, men are in shape. I'm almost 50 years old. Muscular. They're in shape. They're staying in shape. They're taking TRT. They're fit. The same can go for women as well. And men are working harder. They're holding on to their position. Some are. And what happens is when you're enjoying your life, you're absolutely right. When that happens, because you're not miserable and single, and we know how to wash our own clothes, and we know how to make a couple of dishes and food, and we know how to shop. Like, people are mad at that. You're absolutely right. People are mad at that. People are mad that you're old, you know, nigga traveling by himself and he ain't got no girl, he ain't got no ball and chain. And people, men and women, are mad. They don't like that image. They don't like that image of a man being able to say, I'm in my 50s, fucking 20-something-year-old women fixing behinds. They're like, what? You're out of the country with a passport on the loose by yourself? They're like, we don't want that. We want you at home miserable, complaining about child support and trying to support your kids from 3 different women, and you got kids, you're going to be on child support till you're 70, and you're going to have cancer in the lung from working at the plant and smoking packs of cigarettes, and you're going to be a broke down pimp. That's what they want you. They want you to look like that, like George Jefferson haircut and shit. Why you shave? You bald. All right, if I was not bald, I'll have a George Jefferson. Like, that's what you want? You want me to see me with the George Jefferson and shit? All right, nah, you ain't gonna catch me out here looking like George Jefferson and shit. So you're right about that. When men, that stereotype, older single men being miserable, that's what they want. Your facts. That's a lovely, lovely quote. H Everyday says, just read the Indians, the red dot, that they shaved their hair to get rid of bad karma. Then someone gathers it and sells it to women in America. So you're walking around with the bad spirit on your head. Shout out to Chris Rock that did a movie about that. Good hair. So they shave their head to get rid of the bad spirits, but women over here buy it and put it on their head. Corey says, Coach, love to see you enjoying yourself, living the free agent lifestyle in Brazil. In reference to something you said before, I had a chick reach out to me last night. She said she needed a $7,500 loan by the end of the week. He says, like how a chick will wait until the last minute. Yes, as a man, we're instructing men to expect the unexpected with women. Gentlemen, when a woman is in a bind, she is in a critical bind. Okay? Like, she'll say everything's fine until a week before she's about to get evicted. Like, I've seen women do something and they just waiting for, I don't know what, waiting for it to go away, waiting for something to change, waiting for a miracle, waiting for the paycheck. And they're kind of disorganized and discombobulated, because then they'll reach out to you and they need a miracle. By the time they reach out, they need a miracle. And you like, baby, I can't even get that much punani off of you. I can't even wax that much ass. I can't even put it up the Duke shoot even that much. Like $7,500, I really need it bad. And the one thing you can't do is tell them, what's wrong with you, you irresponsible. They don't want to hear none of that shit. Just don't make me feel any worse. I've already feel worse. I've already thought about jumping off of a bridge. They'll tell you they thought about committing Harry Carey. I thought about slitting my wrist. I was like, really? Let me check your Instagram story. Having a party. Bitch was at a party last week. I was like, you were thinking about slitting your wrist, but you were at a party. And how did you get your hair did last week? Right there or something, bro. So be ready for this. That's if you have female relatives and even daughters and shit like this. JC says, have a happy New Year's, Coach and the Coach Gang. Thanks for another great season. He says, I want you to know that I'm fully committed to my goal of no mastodons for 2025 and beyond. Wish me luck. I think you're going to lose that one. But listen, fat women are fun too. But you gotta stop messing with them, man. I mean, they really low hanging fruit. They're not good for you long term. Like, if your woman end up fat, that's a no situation here. But really, Michael, no excuse, Coach. I've been to the Philippines 5 times. Filipinas are good at playing feminine, but at the end of the day, money matters. Filipinas play the long game. Never ever bring them to the States. They only get worse, especially the province girls, which we're told to go to the province. Don't get one from the cities. Get one from the province. Man, I'm just letting you know, man. I just, in the mindset of men trying to find women that don't want them for money, like, this is going to be a mistake that you're going to make. Because you're going to go, she a real one because she don't want my money. Don't make that mistake. It's not what you think. And again, a relationship with a woman is like a marathon. It is not a sprint. She don't want money now. Or she says she doesn't want money now. She's 26. She doesn't know any different. Okay. But let her turn 36. Let you guys have a house and overhead. And then I always say relationships sound great. And then real life happens, right? Everybody says, but it's love and we have a connection and we have a bond and we're great and we can't keep our hands off each other. And I'm just like, okay, cool. and we want to move in together and we've never had an argument. And I was like, okay, great. Listen, I've never said relationships can't work, especially in the beginning. Most of them work in the beginning. That's the trap. Then I say, okay, then move in together. Guess what happens? Real life. Because you weren't living real life when you're dating and they lived over there 20 minutes away and you see each other and you're dressed to your best and you can't wait to see each other and you have butterflies and nervousness. You're going to get sex guaranteed because you've been waiting to see her. She knows you've been waiting a couple days. Now you're going to get sex every time you see her. Then real life happens. Move in together. Then this shit will change real fast. Now air conditioning and bills will mount up. Debt will mount up. Go, 2, 3, 5 years down the line. Issues, children. This is real life. Dating is not real life. It gives you an idea of what a person is going to look like and do, but it gives you an idea of their habits and if you're compatible. But then just live with each other for 5 years. It's going to be completely different. Completely different. Because that's real life. Now let's put real life on your relationship. When she uses the heat and you're like, why you got the heat on and it's fucking hot outside? Well, it's cold in here. Heat bill just going through the roof. You're like, well, who gonna pay the rent who gonna pay the heat bill? Well, we splitting it. Oh, okay, bitch. All right, now you got real life. So anyway, a lot of people don't realize that's what I'm talking about. I have relationships with women all the time, meaning not like committed relationships. And they are good for about 6 weeks, 6 months. The best relationships I have is when we don't see each other very often. These tend to last longer. The relationships where I see that motherfucker at least 3 days a week, that shit go blow up quickly. She get on my nerves, I get on her nerves, and it's done. If I see them 3 or more times a week. The ones I see your ass every other weekend, 2 times a week, we could stay together for years. Right? They fly in. I see them 4 times out of the month. We good. Because we ain't getting on each other's nerves. They don't live here. I don't live there. They don't get to see. We do. Them things can last for years. But when you up under each other all the time, that shit gonna blow up. Right? You gonna get tired of each other quick, or you just gonna have to just swallow your pride and all of that. Shout out to Trinidad Sheldon says, Adams 316, never move in with a woman. Case in point, Coach lived in a mid-sized SUV before moving in with a bitch. All right. Yeah, well, no, I did that afterwards. Right. That was afterwards. All right. My man said, I don't care if a relationship kills you, it's worth it. This is why you're supposed to build a light body so you can move on instead of doing it again. All right. I don't know who talking like that. He says, I don't care if a relationship kills you, it's worth it. You niggas don't really value yourself, do you? That's wild mindset. You see that mindset? Can I put that on the screen? Oh, there it is. Right. Oh, I forgot I could do this on fucking StreamYard. I normally don't have super chats. Look at that quote. That's wild, man. I don't care if a relationship kills you, it's worth it. Damn, niggas don't like themselves, do they? Like, y'all really don't like yourself. I love myself a little too much. Like, I'm in love with myself. But there ain't no motherfucking way a relationship is better if it kills me. There's no way in the world that I'ma ever believe that shit. I'll die single and bored. Shout out to our brother MS81. He says, this is Jerome, says, you definitely right, coach. I did research on whenever I lost weight, women would notice me before I noticed them. Also, same jobs hired me on the spot. When you're in shape, you carry yourself well. You look like you have your head on straight. You clean yourself up, man. People are going to notice. Not just women. People are going to notice in your life. And another thing here related to this is that networking opportunities, when I travel here, I probably have met more men in networking than I have met women trying to date. Now, that don't mean JUCO, but because I'm at a resort that I'm at and I'm doing activities that I'm doing, people be like, oh, I own a law firm. I do this. I have, they're always introducing, hey, let's go play golf. I'm a CPA. Right? All right. There's a dude in there, man. I'm ignoring this nigga. All right. He trying to, this bot is trying to do reverse programming, but networking occurs in these great places. Okay. Networking. So networking is a major key where men miss out. So you go live in a cabin in a cold woods somewhere in the woods. Now you don't network. I hope you got money. I hope your crypto comes through, fam. Right? I hope your crypto comes through and you hit, because nigga, you gonna need the network, man. You're going to need the network. And men be like removing themselves from networks because, yeah, well, you know, I don't have a girl. I'm not going to get married. Is Fresh in here? Somebody said it's Fresh. All right, hold on for a second. This ninja doing too much. All right, let's put his ass on pause. That's YouTube's reverse programming right there. Hold on for a second. My screen's going crazy. Let's put him on pause. You got a lot to say, but you can't say all that and not donate. You can't say all that and not donate, nigga. You can't be in the chat. Hey, you can't be in the chat writing paragraphs and you don't donate. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that, bro. All right, Ninja, you got all this to say. Put some money on it. So the next thing you gonna say got be a super chat. I bet you won't write all that shit when you got characters, because that's $100 super chat worth of shit that you wrote. All right, nigga, nope. You got to pay now. You got to pay. You don't get to write all that shit for free and hijack my goddamn stream. This ain't guerrilla marketing. All right, nigga, you just going to market your shit all in my stream. Nah, nigga, paragraph, it's going to cost you 100. He done type this shit in and copied and pasted over to the chat. All right, anyway. My goodness, what's going on, man? I put his ass down. You want to talk shit, you got to pay. Dinero Tranquillo says, I worked my ass off from inner city America and got to the money. He says, thank goodness for my father. He says, I work in medicine and see people die every day. Gentlemen, you need to prioritize yourself. Giving to others often leads to resentment. Just cop that big face, big ass Rolex, free agent lifestyle for life. Go get it. Go get it, man. Get the rollie on the wrist. And you got another couple of things to say, and we'll give you a sponsorship. That chick that brought me to the red pill was an educated foreign Latina. She comes across as traditional. I helped her financially for 2 years. Little did I know, I provided the seed money for her business. She came across as poor. Now on social media, with a stylist. And he says right here, and so this is a finesse move that she did, right? And then she used it as seed money. Looking back at that relationship through a red pill lens, she was surrounded by feminists. All of her friends were supremely educated. There were not male relatives around, no father. The marriage will is real. A passport won't save you. Take your red pills everywhere. Shout out to you, and that's a sponsorship today, brother. Shout out to you.
I'm Rizz, bitch.
Yeah, man. You know, I date. You guys got to know when you're dating a woman, it's not just her you're dating. You're dating her family. You're dating her upbringing, her surroundings, her relatives, her network. You know, she's going to be influenced by more things than you. And this is a fact, right? This isn't a fear tactic. But the world will have more influence over her than you. And in fact, I don't believe she's there for you to influence her. Like, she's not there to receive lessons, especially as women get older, right? She's 30, 32, 34, 36, 40. She's set in her ways. She knows what she wants for the most part. So she's not with you for you to influence her or have influence over her or to direct her. I mean, like most women you're dating, they're not there for that. They're not there for that. They're there for something else. You got to determine what that is. So with that being said, they're more influenced by her boss, her co-workers, her female friends, her brunch bunch, her parents, her educators, her professors that she doesn't want to let down, her church reverend, her siblings, her family. Her family will have way more influence over you because this is what we do in America. You cook, and you know you're not there to influence her. There are some women like this, and typically overbearing men tend to end up with women like this. Not me, coach. I keep my broad in check. Okay, so you with a woman, yeah, I get it. You're with a woman like that. That woman likes that from you, and she doesn't seek to stress herself out with these type of things. But that's not most women. 70% of women are working women. They have goals and aspirations and dreams well before you showed up. Well before you showed up, and she's been chasing those goals and dreams, and she has a vision for her life where you're a part of that. You're not going to direct her to that, but you will fund it though, if need be. As the brother pointed out, you will fund it. You will be her safety net. You will be, yeah. Shout out to our brother John. It is Obo Curie. Obo Curie, coach, paying my homage. I turned 37 on December 6th, 10 months into my separation from a 6-month marriage. Lived in my car at some point as well, etc. I can see the upturn. The vision never dies. Thank you for being an inspiration. Know your worth, fellas. Stay dangerous. Stay dangerous. Don't get neutered out here, man. They will neuter your ass out here as a man. They will neuter your ass. All right. They will neuter your ass and make you deal with 2 pieces of ass a month and just expect less. And you don't do like that one woman neuter you, make you your bitch. I'm going to make you my bitch. They have a plan. Shout out to you, bro. 6-month marriage. Rob the Villain says, fellas, part of your principles should be that if a woman is not serving you in some way, you are wasting your time. Times will get harsh, and you must ensure to embrace being the villain. These ladies are washed and trying to drag others down. Indeed. So what's happening is, and then when they know they can get, let me tell you something. We talked about this. When people know that the life you chose, they cannot take you away from it, they leave you alone. You know how many women leave me alone from my past that saw me grow from a guy damaged, broken, struggling with the family court, trying to figure out my life. A lot of these women were like, just, I'll come in and we'll help and we can grow and we can be a power couple. Them women were there. They were there. We'll fall in love and we with each other. They were there. You know how many women offer me that shit right now? 0. You know why? Because I'm set now. I'm not struggling. I'm not broken. I'm not financially broken. I have a philosophy. I'm strong, and they could see it. They see me living it now. So they watching me on social media now like they got nothing. They got nothing because their avenue was to find me while I was broken. And it's, we can build together and we can. And you want to see build shit because I can go back and look at their profiles and they haven't grown one bit. Right? They haven't made no moves. They're still in the same place. But now can be manipulated, can be controlled. I am literally, living the life that I said that I was going to leave it, and I'm doing it. So now they watching me live that shit out quiet. They like, oh shit, he fucking living it. They can't ridicule me. He could be like, the nigga, he doubling down on it. He leaning into it. There he is with some 20-year-olds. Ain't nothing I can do now. Right? So they're cooked. They got no tie-in. They can't lead in. And, I'm not broken. I'm not down bad. So this is what I always said, that the women use that to get into a relationship with you. Right? Some women do. They use that. They'll find out when you broke up with your girl. And one thing they'll do, especially when they're less attractive and older, you'll give them the playbook of how your relationship broke up. And my ex did this, and my ex did that, and that bitch did this, and that she did that, and she said this, and she said that. They just taking notes. Guess what? She's not going to do any of those things. Another woman just said that. She validated that point. She's not going to do any of those things. You just gave her the playbook. So if she does opposite of that, she'll win. And she'll backdoor right into a relationship. And then all of a sudden, you'll be over there looking at her cratered ass dimple booty and soggy ass midsection. And you'll be like, she really treats me right. She never asks me for money. She never does that. How does she know this? Because every week, every time you met, you was telling her what your crazy ex did. And that was an indication or a representation of the end of your relationship, which was a shitty part of your relationship and the reason you broke up and are now available to this woman. But this woman is going to show you at the beginning, she could be everything above that. And so she will get you on that one. Be careful. This is why we tell men, when you get divorced, wait 5 years. You need to be only with working girls. No relationships. Do not get remarried. Okay, because you're vulnerable. You're not healed. You're traumatized. And you've experienced the death of your legacy and your family. Thus, the second woman is going to be worse, but you're not going to see it until you're in too deep. Okay, you're going to be way too in too deep before you see it. So shout out to Rob the villain saying, embrace being a villain. All right, because we're really not a villain out here. I don't consider myself a villain. I am an anti-hero, meaning I'm the hero that you love. I'm the New World Order of professional wrestling. I am Thanos. I'm the one that you cheer and everybody think that you're supposed to boo. I'm Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. These are all anti-heroes. I'm trying to figure out as many anti-heroes as I can possibly think of. But in the movies, there's a villain, but he's the anti-hero. He is the one making sense, but we're supposed to hate. Yeah, I'm the Bruce Wayne. I'm the Bruce Wayne of this ish. You know, Batman was hated 20, but I'm the Bruce Wayne. So, you know, I'm the rich billionaire that you're supposed to hate, but something about him, you love this guy. Yeah, Deadpool is an example of the anti-hero. So these are people that don't do it like, oh, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. I don't say any of that. I say, fuck all that. All right. Come out here and go get it and break your back and fuck everybody else. Step on their ass. Right. Yeah. Killmonger was an anti-hero. Yeah, these are great anti-heroes. Right. So, you know, let's step on motherfuckers. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? We got, hey. But at the end of the day, yeah, they be right like a motherfucker. They be like, you know, Ninja is right. So that's really how it gets done. Not all of that. If you just have faith and belief and you just, you know, if you just work hard for your girl, we don't tell you none of that shit. Eat your vitamins. Pro Legrand says, 22-year-old coach gang, I'll flip your saying about women being friends on men. If men don't care about men, why do you expect women to? That's the one where I always say, if women don't like women, why should men like women? But you said if men don't care about other men, why should women? Damn. That's true. As much as we talk about character and all that stuff, and women shouldn't evaluate us on money and finances, do you guys give the same leeway to other men? Do other men get that type of leeway? Probably not. We have, let me see, 2 more. Shout out to our brother Theodore, says, hey, coach, it is Sharia Brooks. Gave you a shout out at the end of her video. I was pleased she did that. It's about time you're acknowledged. It says you're acknowledged. He says you are. Let me see this. I messed it up. It's about time you're acknowledged for your great work in this space. Shout out to her. Was it at the end of the video that we were watching? Because I should have seen that. But shout out to her. And she got a boyfriend or a husband, so I won't say nothing else. I'll just keep it at that. Damn, we got a sponsorship in the building. Let me acknowledge this sponsorship. And it is from Roger Price. And it's a sponsorship. He says, thank you, coach, for all that you do. In 2023, I had a 14-year relationship come to an end. Found your channel at the top of 2024. He says, your show has definitely helped me make it through this year. I've listened to the Free Agent Lifestyle book twice this weekend. I'm ready for 2025. Can I get a dark side? I can't give you a dark side because I don't have all my buttons. but I'll give you a.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend?
That's
nigga?
all I can give you, man. But shout out to you and your sponsorship, man. And good for you.
I'm Rizz, bitch.
Good for you, man. You know, men go through relationship struggle. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one where you'll find out as a man. Go through a breakup. And I want you to count on your hand how many people think you were the victim. How many people think you got screwed over? How many people think you got finessed and cheated? I want you to count. You're going to find out real fast as a man. Nobody give a motherfucker about you unless it's taking care of them bills and them businesses. Nobody give nobody, man. I don't care if you caught her cheating red-handed. They'll be like, okay. They'll be like, damn, that's fucked up. But not all women do that. So don't go out here hating women. They'll think about all the other women that you're going to think negative about, not you. This is a fact. Shout out to J. Cool says, Coach, I'm glad you had a great time over there in Brazil. Heck, the only thing holding me back is I'm afraid of flying, although I have been in other countries in my 20s, well in the service. Yeah, shout out to you, man. So you've been in the service, but you don't want to fly. You want to go on the cargo plane. J. Cool want to go on the cargo plane. He want to have a parachute locked up. Yeah, well, maybe you could take a parachute up there. Shout out to our brother Jeff, the producer. Appreciate you, brother. And shout out to Aaron Sperano says, nailed it, Coach. Thank you, sir. I try to make my case plain and simple, but, you know, not that I'm always be right, but I'm going to fucking be right. All right, was for sure. When it comes to everybody, big boss man is in the building. He says, when people ask me, what is the reason why I'm not getting married or have any kids? I say, is there supposed to be a reason? I don't make a move on an account of a woman. I do it for me. Don't box yourself in. Free agent lifestyle for life. Most men don't have kids. Statistically. Most men don't have kids. Most women do, but most men don't have kids. So if you don't want to have kids, I don't know why people don't just let you be. But again, that is more a part of being part of the community, right? Helping, providing. Because once you get kids, man, they ain't no putting them back in the peace leave. You got to support them kids and do your best. Even if the relationship doesn't survive, which probably not going to survive technically. There's a lot of people married right now, and they ain't even sleeping in the same bed. They ain't even fucked on each other. And they got kids. They got kids at good schools and shit. They got kids at good schools, and you're like, they're a wonderful family, and they serve on the board, the PTA, and they serve on the board in a community for the fucking HOA, and they be out doing shit, and they be going to fundraisers and shit. You be like, how they got all this time to do all this shit and make all that money? They don't be fucking. They be at the party all day, all night, drinking wine and hanging out and enjoying the ambiance and the music, tipping the piano man and shit. You be like, why don't y'all go home and fuck? They don't. Because they're going to get home and not say nothing to each other. They're going to go back right home to their misery. They're going to go back into their door. That garage door going to close. And they kids going to be off empty nesting, or they going to be empty nesters, or they kids going to be 16, 17, and 18 and not hanging out with their mom. Mom don't know her purpose and role. Bedroom dead. She lay in the bed getting her negligee and shit, drink herself. He's like, I'm going to go run some errands. She's like, you're going to go fuck one of your whores, huh? I'm tired of this. She throw the wine bottle all across the room and shit. She throw the goddamn glass against the wall, against the fireplace and shit. All right. Glass just everywhere. She on the bottom of the stairs. I'm tired of you. It's the last time you fuck one of your whores on me. I know you're doing it. You've been doing it for 20 years. It's like, which one of your sluts are you going to go bang? All right. Not the slut I'm looking at in front of me. I'm out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Her punani done dried up. It just looked like it looked like a leftover roast beef sandwich. He going to the jerk shack to get Ling Ling to put hands on this little meat fix. And she's like, well, I've been with the pool guy and shit and caught herpes from the pool guy. It's a whole damn shit show. And you're like, there's marriages that work, coach. They ain't fucked in 2 years. Like, not intercourse, like sex. They ain't got no sex. He didn't stroke it or nothing. Put it to bed. She ain't dropped his neck. She ain't dropped her neck, I should say. She ain't sucked them. Okay, ladies, if y'all want to prove me right, relationships can work. All right, when was the last time you dropped that neck?
It's barbecue in there.
Like, left him sloppy fetish style. When was the last time? I guarantee you it wasn't in recent history. It wasn't in the last 600 days. All right. But I guarantee you both of y'all had more sex with other people than y'all had sex with each other. Look, where y'all at? They don't want to hear it, man. I'm just trying to let y'all know, man. Them older couples over 50, empty nesters be miserable and shit. And I'm going to tell you another couples that be miserable. People that have been married 35 years, or maybe it's the second wife, made 25, empty nest, retired. They're like 68, 70. 68, 70, right? They like in their late mid 60s, they done retired and shit. Husband done embezzled all the money out the corporations. They saved their money. They moved into, they downsized into a house, into a nice little 55 plus community house and shit. Small. Their grandkids live hours and hours away. Their children, they're in their 40s. They don't come see them that often. Ooh, the day is long, bruh. Them days get long. They wake up, nothing on the goddamn agenda. They're like, what you gonna do today? I'm gonna go on a walk. Okay. What you gonna do? I guess I'm gonna go to the library. Well, okay. They go to the library, go on they walk, they come back, it's still 10:30 because they woke up at 5:40, so they didn't die in their sleep. So they woke up at 5:30, so they didn't die in their sleep. Now it's 10:30. They didn't accomplish their whole day by 10:30 a.m. They like, shit. They can't have sex with each other because they've been together way too long, so we can't fuck in the afternoon. Plus, somebody going to come through the door. They got like service workers and maybe their grandkids will bust through the door. Nada. So they just be like, what do we do? Yeah, doing crossword puzzles, playing Sudoku. Oh, boy. Guess we'll play some golf. Let's go hit some golf balls. My arthritis acting up, though. And I might not remember my way back home. They just don't hope to get in a car accident. Oh, shit. What's going on here? Guess we'll go to the store. We'll go to Gelson's, pick up some gefilte fish. Pick up some gefilte fish. When they go shopping, they just go shopping in the cart. They get like a little carton of milk, 3 eggs, 2 strips of bacon. Right? And like, damn, it ain't 5 o'clock yet. If I start drinking now, it's only 1:30. If I start drinking now, I'll become an alcoholic and die. So I got to wait till 5 o'clock. They just looking at the bottle like, is it 5 o'clock yet? Oh, damn. All right. It ain't even 5 o'clock. They just looking at the clock like, we can start drinking at 5. They take a couple, 5 o'clock come. Finally, they in the bottle. 2 glasses of wine. They sit back. We did a good job in life. We're going to die soon, though. But, Sauji. All right. They motherfucking take 2 sips of wine. Sleep. Sleep. 6:30. Gone. 6:30. Gone. Nothing else to live for. Wheel of Fortune then went off and shit. Jeopardy then went off. 6:30 p.m. night, and don't let it be daylight savings time. Cook. Gone. All right, sleep. But 4:30 in the morning, wide awake. All right. I'm still here. Let me check. They pinching themselves. Are you still here? They like, did you die? Trying to wake them up and shit. Did you die in your sleep? All right, you're still alive too. Shit. Guess we'll do it again. All right, guess we're not dead yet. Well, hopefully, no, we don't slip and fall, break our hip, because that's going to shorten our life by 10 years. So just don't step on the curb or get in a car accident or anything like that. Fall down the stairs. All right, anyway. Shout out to all the old people here, man. Guess we'll do it again. All right, I went to the library yesterday, so, well, fuck it. And all he wants is to put some hands on some hips. All right, that's what he want to do. That never goes away. PI Double says, what's your tasteful ways to use money to make friends? What's your tasteful way? Really just being around people where, like, networking opportunities. Tasteful way to use money to make friends. Oh, to use money to make friends. Can I think about that one? Because I read it wrong, but now that I read it, tasteful way to use money to make friends. Yeah, mostly networking, I suppose. But let me think about that. I do got to think about that. All right. Anyway, pickleball. Yeah, they can't play tennis no more. Pickleball, bowling night. Yeah, but you know, networking, that type of shit. That's the best way to do it, man. Because you know what? People want to make money. I don't care how old you are. I've seen some old people. They always talk about money. They always talk about money. Like, that's why I don't understand when people don't want to try to make no money. Like, I'm like, dude, I see people out here trying to make more money. Well, we need enough. No, you ain't got enough. But yeah, people will link up. Like, I've actually been on dates with women where the date didn't work out, but I was like, this is a great networking opportunity. And I was like, you know what? I'm not interested in you for dating, but let's network. Now, if she's on the same mindset, it'll work. And maybe you came together to network, but networking is it. If you ain't on that, I don't know what you out here doing. Got to network with people. But network with people that you normally don't network with. So I know a lot of people want to women want to network with other women, and black women want to network with other black women, and black men want to network with other black men, and this type of thing. And you know who is want to network. Oh, you know, this the guy right here. He had the bar mitzvah and he got chutzpah, you know, the little Jew boy, and they tend to help each other. I get all that. I understand that. But be ready to network with people that are not in your normal network. Even Duke shooting ass ninjas. I know, man. Duke shooting ass ninjas, man. Hey, if there's one thing that you can say about Duke shooting ninjas is they will get to a bag. They gonna get to the bag. They ain't got nothing else better to do. Like, they not thirsty. They whole job in life is not to catch. Well, I can't say that. I don't want to be the next little baby. But that's all they trying to dodge. Damn, that helicopter driving, flying mad low. Like on the 5th floor of our building, that helicopter. All right, but anyway. But them ninjas, them Duke shooting ninjas, them ninjas get to the bag. All right. And they got very little overhead. They don't got kids half the time. So, and they don't have a woman. The woman don't drain their pockets. Like, if they get with a guy, the other nigga got money too. So they're not really supporting some parasite leech. They ain't got like the stay-at-home wife and the wife just shopping and kids just need this and need that. But that's the basis of their wealth, is they don't have a woman. That is the basis of the Duke shooter's wealth, is they don't have a woman spending their goddamn money. Most of the time they got equal. That's why they're original partners. They're the original partners. They can make the same amount of money and they'll be way wealthier. If you took the same couple, a woman and a man that made the same money, they'd be broke. They'd be in debt. Them two ninjas is really just what do we do? Let's make some more money. Okay, what else are we gonna do? We got all the sex we want. Pause. But anyway, So don't be afraid to network with them. And just if they invite you to a bathhouse or something like that, or we're going up to San Francisco for the weekend or some shit like that. We're going up to Napa Valley to wine taste. Just be like, I politely decline. I appreciate that invitation. I don't want to go to the Phantom of the Opera or some play they want to go to. They're watching motherfucking The Wizard of Oz on Broadway. That's okay. All right, anyway, look. Yep, and they be in shape and shit. You like, damn, they ain't got nothing better to do. All right. The real secret is they don't have a wife and kids. They don't have girlfriend, wife, and kid. That's why they in shape and got money. Not saying that you should do it, though. Just don't be afraid to. Yeah, we having a pool party this weekend. Oh, that's okay. They like, what you doing? Something else. And then just be like, oh, you do? Yeah, something else. I'll do something else other than come to that shit. Right. Right. Anyway. Oh, man, it's a cold world. Let me clear the deck. Make sure we got everybody. Hit the like button on the way out. Maybe we might stream tomorrow, but it's New Year's Day. And boy, I know I'm going to be tired. I'm going to go take a nap right now just to get ready for New Year's Eve. I think I'm behind schedule already. I'm seeing everything's cleared out. So anyway, thank you, man. That's it for 2024. 2025 is ahead of us. Let's everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Let's go into it with the winning mindset for 2025. Mitches, stay back in 2024, please. Do not come forward with us in 2024 if y'all ready to Mitch out. All right, man. Yeah, no stream tomorrow. Fuck it. All right, because I'm not gonna be in good shape, in condition. But let's get it. 2025. Let's go. And hit the like button. We out of here. Peace. I don't want to leave. I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, here we go.
Vibe blowing at the jack, got the loud jumping at the back. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the back. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?